When are you due?
4 days.
4 days, yeah. We need to just show, if you're happy to, that'd be great. What we need to show is just that the head is well and truly engaged. Like that's what I've got there, my hand on the head, and that's very low into the pelvic brim. And just to show that this fundal height is dropping down because the baby's so engaged. And you're pretty pregnant. So lay down on your side there facing me. When somebody's this pregnant, the mum can feel like they're squashing the baby's head when the leg comes down this way. So what we can do is just scoot them back a little bit like that and let their whole body come forward. That way this leg doesn't feel like it's pushing down on the baby's head. And what we're going to adjust here is our 5. Just let that leg relax like that. And we do the same thing, we just use the leg to get that into the right spot. Just back off a little bit there. It's tender, isn't it? Yeah. Take our contact, draw the shoulder up a little bit and then back it off. And we bring her over, we flare this leg into the right place, and from there we can just support her body without putting any weight on the baby's head at all. And just entirely use our hand. Good. Next we're going to adjust Natalie on a knee chest table. This was designed by Dr. Gonstead to allow the patient's abdomen to fall completely away with no resistance whatsoever. It's fantastic for pregnant women for that reason. They can rest on here comfortably, and it also allows us to get a very specific correction on their vertebra, opening up the anterior joint spaces without any pressure on the spine, and we get a great correction. This can happen all the way right up until the day they deliver, from neck all the way down to the tailbone. The reason this is so good for pregnant ladies, it allows the tummy just to drop out of the way, and just your own flexibility is the only thing that limits how much you can extend your back, so you just go to where you're comfortable. Is that tender there? Yeah. That's the thing we're going to adjust right now. Okay, I'm just going to come straight onto that, open up those joint spaces a little bit and just set it down. Good, excellent. Alright, thanks buddy. You're alright to have a baby now. That's good. Saying he's had some colic.
Yeah.
And what have you noticed?
Like he crunches his legs up.
Yeah.
He arches his back as well. And he just like won't settle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a cool dude, aren't you? Yeah. Just as a general thing, we just look in all the skin folds and we'll look, see that they all match up. You know, that relates to leg length and hip formation and things like that. But we also look for signs of, you know, food allergies and things like that, rashes under the arms and so on. We look at the shape of his face and the muscles in his cheeks and the way his eyes sit and his brow, and that tells me a lot about the nerves to his face and how it's all, everything's working.
He likes you.
Do you like them? Tend to get really close to them. They're a bit short-sighted, so they can actually focus quite clearly on you if you get a bit closer. We're just doing the normal thing that I do with you and everybody else. We look for fluid under the skin. He's got a definite problem in here, it's very obvious.
I feel like the problem with his back, would that be from labour?
Most likely labour, or even the position that he was in your tummy. He's got a problem with his neck also. You can kind of pick it in terms of movement, but you can also pick it in terms by looking at the way that he lays and he sits. He always holds his head in one posture. Have you noticed that? Yeah. Sometimes just by watching the way their head naturally turns, it can give you an indication of what position the neck's in. He's really happy looking that way.
Yeah.
He doesn't like looking this way much at all. Even when he does turn his head this way, he gets that frown on his face and see like that?
Yeah.
That frown. Yeah, he's quite happy going that way, but he just can't get his head around here at all, can he? You're going to have to make your head come over. What do you think? The entire examination goes for a bit longer than what you saw, and by this time the babies are often quite irritable, sometimes hungry, sometimes tired. On top of that, their own internal wisdom, their own innate intelligence, it knows about this problem and has done since it was born. So the moment you put your contact on that vertebra, sometimes they can get even more irritable also. Now what you're about to see is a gentle adjustment. The left hand's just stabilising the heavy head and protecting all the good cervical vertebrae to make sure that none of them are affected by the correction. As the little baby moves his head around, I'm just going to cup it. There's no force on his head. I just need to get it into a very specific position so I can get the exact amount of nerve pressure off. And once I feel his muscles relax under my contact, I'll set it down gently. He's not in any pain whatsoever, and within seconds of the correction, you'll see him quite relaxed in his mum's arms. Hey, little one. Yeah, just getting that bit of nerve pressure off, it's amazing. If you ever look here, these nerves from here, they come down and supply the heart and lungs, but they're a very strong nerve supply to the stomach and all the organs of the gut down to the large bowel. So it can cause a lot of colic and reflux and things like that. You don't look well at all.
It's really sore. I can only sleep on my side, I can't sleep on my back.
Yeah. And you say you're feeling it in your ears?
Yeah, like all here.
Yeah.
Been hot, like it feels hot on the inside.
So it feels hot deep inside your neck? Yeah. What about your hands? You getting any numbness or tingling in your hands?
I've had a tiny bit of tingling in my right hand.
Which part of your head are your headaches in?
I just like I'll get sore behind my ears.
Yeah.
Just there.
Okay, I'm just going to gently get you to turn your head left and right. So I just want to see. It wants to stop there, doesn't it?
Yep.
And let's go this way. Oh, it's not good at all. Alright. You've got a big divot or hollow in this part of your neck here, and this side of your neck's really full. These muscles have gone into spasm.
Yep.
They're really guarding all the way through there, and these ones are virtually turned off. You can see back here is right over the point which seems to be where the nerve pressure is and where the vertebra is misaligned, is a whole bunch of fluid. So what we're going to need to do is get a picture of this and see exactly what the discs look like. Okay?
Well, that'll be okay.
Yeah.
Freak me out.
That's fine, buddy. It's fine. You a bit scared?
I'm scared.
Yeah, don't worry. We fix these things every single day, okay? Actually, we fix these things about 70, 80 times a day. So don't worry. Assessing all these discs and comparing them, we can see where the changes occur in the discs and therefore which discs are the wrong shape.
Yeah.
And that vertebra there is the one that's in trouble. Take the ice pack off and try not to worry, okay? I know you're really nervous. That's it there.
Yeah.
You can tell, can't you?
Yeah.
As soon as I put my hand on it. Yep. The important thing when we correct these is not to put any rotation in your neck. I'm just going to take a very small contact on that bone like that. And I'm just going to make sure that your head sits straight over your spine like that. It's hard to appreciate, but this disc was really swollen. It's very difficult to get a head over into the right position. I would have liked to adjust it closer to here, but in order to get the disc space open at the front and give the vertebra somewhere to go, I needed to bring your head a little bit further back than I would like. Let your body slump in the chair a little bit, just that's it. By keeping the head over the rest of the spine and keeping all the functional segments in correct alignment, I was able to get the subluxated segment to come back a little bit further than usual and open up the anterior disc space. This is where we got to. The rest of the spine stacked up nicely, the anterior disc space open, somewhere for the subluxated segment to sit up onto, and the patient comfortable and ready for the correction. We'll let you see the adjustment. It's not the prettiest one you'll ever see, but the patient's comfortable, the subluxation's corrected specifically, and that's the most important thing. Let's give this a little push in a minute. Excellent. Easy as that. You might feel a bit lightheaded. You're a little bit dizzy.
Feel a bit funny, yeah.
Yeah, that's alright. That's good. It's only been, what, 30 seconds since the adjustment or so. All that tone's come straight out of those muscles. You can see, remember, you know how they felt like concrete before?
Yeah.
Can you see how they're kind of more like jelly?
Yeah.
Show me what you can do with your head now. Turn it left and right. Look at that. You're going to spin it off your body. That's good. Alright, mate.
Thank you.
You fixed?
Yeah.
Look at that.
New neck.
Your new neck.
Much better than yesterday. Thanks so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Killed me.
When you've got this kind of discompression, it's a very nasty symptom. You get that really gross nerve root pressure.
Yeah.
And nerve pain's the worst pain you can get.
This morning when I woke up, it was on the inside of my leg and, you know, right down to my knee.
These are Barry's films. There was a lot to look at on Barry's films. This big obturator gave us some information about what was happening on this SI joint, the right sacroiliac. The lumbar spine had opposite rotation to what we expected it to have. We've got this big osseous formation here linking those two vertebrae together, showing that he's obviously got long-term trouble with the spine. In the end, his body showed us where the subluxation was. It was down here at the third segment of the sacrum, and that's where we've got our line of drive.
It's just like my right leg feels as if it wants to give way.
Yeah, that's the nerve supply's not getting down there properly. Making that this way.
Alright.
That's it.
I'll get this one up first.
Yeah, I'll do it for you, mate. If you just take the weight down. That's it. Alright, your job's done. Just relax, Barry. Try not to move, Barry.
Try not to move, okay.
You're
Oh,
alright?
that leg is... Oh, I can't.
That leg's...
Oh shit, that leg's sore. Oh yeah, it's right down there.
Alright.
Right the way down.
Alright. Let's turn you around. I can do this from the other side.
Okay. I'll just get up.
Is it a bit easier on that
Yeah,
side?
that's better.
The reason why you can lay on this side better is because the weight of your pelvis is squashing the joint down.
Oh, okay.
And it's compressing it. What about in there?
Yeah, it hurts a bit.
Barry, I want you to just try and relax there. Give this a little push in a minute. It's pretty good. Takes a bit of pressure off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Take your time, mate. And you come up sideways.
Okay.
That way.
That's it.
That's it. Alright, you're going to feel a bit worn out, mate.
Yep.
You definitely will get better.
Oh yeah, well, I actually can sit here and it's not really sore.
Yeah.
As compared to what it was, because it was just too much pain.
No.
And then this morning when I got out of bed, that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It took me actually half an hour to get out of bed. And I mean, that's just getting out of bed. And then I got down on my hands and knees and I crawled. And then I thought, now I'll go in, and I got the chair that wheels around. I thought I'll get in that and then I'll be able to get around.
Yeah.
You know, because there's no way I couldn't have walked this morning.
Stand up, mate, and we'll see what you're capable of.
That looked easier.
I didn't expect to see you standing up already. That's good. The first few steps will be a bit dodgy, mate.
Yeah,
but once you've done a lap or two,
yeah,
it'll start to lighten up.
Yeah, it's feeling a bit better. Gee whiz.
The thing to notice here is when he comes back, so he's still throwing the leg out a little bit to the side, but not like he was before.
Yeah, I feel as if I can bend it at the knee.
Yeah.
Whereas before I wasn't confident to bend it at the knee.
That's good. That means that the part of the nerve function that helps with muscle strength is starting to come back.
Yeah.
It's good to see. You're on the right track. Well, we've done the hard work.
Yeah.
So we'll see how you're going in, what are they up to, 4 days?
Yeah.
5 days.
See
Cool.
how we go.
All right, buddy.
No worries. Thanks, Ian.
Stand up for us.
Yep.
Well, that was good straight away.
Yeah.
straight underneath his body.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Oh, that's good, Barry. Happy to see you, mate.
Yeah. I tell you what, the last time it was pretty hard, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in pretty bad nick. And we actually didn't even catch the worst of it on camera, did we?
I thought, there's no way I'm going to walk again. Especially when I was pushing myself around in the chair.
Yeah, when you feel like that, like you said, you feel like you're stuck with it forever.
Yeah, well, that's it.
It actually feels really good at the moment, Barry.
Yeah, no, that's good.
You're doing really, really well.
Yeah, no, I was pretty happy with it, actually.
Good, mate. That's fantastic. Good on you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
This is Ella. She really hurt her knee badly. She fell directly onto her knee very hard. The medical guys were quite confused about what had happened. They couldn't really give her a good explanation. They splintered her leg up and gave her some crutches. They were basically going to wait and see. They run some tests, but they were planning on doing an arthroscopy or some sort of other investigative test to see what sort of damage had occurred. But we got Ella in. She couldn't put any weight on the leg whatsoever. And basically, once we took a film, we found that, we've assessed her first, you'll see that, but once we took a film we realised that this whole bottom part of her tibia was rotated underneath this cartilage. And you'll get used to me saying that I don't want to go into too much of the technical side of it, but basically this tibia had rotated quite a long way like that, putting this cartilage under enormous strain. And when we look at the x-ray later, you'll see that the normal orientation of the tibia and fibula was altered completely. Okay, so it was really quite badly rotated like that. Even after one adjustment, you'll see her report that she did much better, and the second time you'll see her actually walk without the crutches. And initially she was told that she'd be at least a couple of months away from putting weight on her foot. So that just gives you an idea, you know, what can be achieved if you know what you're looking for, and a very small specific correction in the right spot. Alright, well I hope you enjoy Ella's case too. Take care. When she came in, she couldn't get any weight on that leg at all. So what we did was had a look at it. I realised pretty quickly that the knee was no good. We took some x-rays, we took an AP film, and we also took a lateral film. So what happened after the last adjustment, Ella?
Basically I just couldn't walk on it, and by the time I got to school I could basically put weight on it and walk, and yeah.
Good.
And remember you said to me, how did it feel?
I could feel like a little tingling going down my feet, but it felt fine, like it was normal.
Yeah, well you had that almost immediately, didn't you? And like your mum correctly said, mums are my therapist, so she knows what's going on. Like your mum told you at the time, and that was just things waking up, blood supply getting back down there, nerve supply getting back down there, and you were a bit worried about that to start with, though, weren't you? Yeah. But so what you were saying is, by the time you got to school, it felt like a normal knee.
Yeah, like it felt like this one.
Yeah, good. Right.
More importantly, we've had no Panadol, no painkiller since.
Yeah.
And you've even practiced walking without crutches and a brace.
Good.
At home.
And it works.
So you can so you can get weight through the leg without the brace or the crutches.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so this is Ella's knee. Well, we showed you in the room. We had this model in the room before, and showed you how there was a lot of rotation in the tibia, and how this cartilage was under a lot of stress. Well, this is the actual x-ray. You can see how this meniscus here, the space where the cartilage is completely closed down in relation to this side, or in comparison to that side. And you can also see that there's a lot of slippage of the tibia. The outside border of the tibia would normally line up a lot better than that, and the space between the fibula and the tibia also would be a lot greater. Normally, if you took a normal film, straight A to P, this gap would be quite a lot wider. The other thing that you'll notice is that the actual angle of the femoral shaft is quite acute in comparison to what it should be. Now, I'm only telling you what it should be. We're not going to go into exactly what this all means, but at the moment, it's suffice to say that's a really bad knee and things aren't looking real good. This was on day one, so that's really good. See how when I do that, I can get that bone to slide underneath the cartilage. We couldn't do that the other day.
Yeah.
So that's really good. We need a bit more correction on it. Come up onto this table here. Okay, Ella. That'll still be quite sore, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that looks pretty good. Excellent. That's the first one. Remember a few days ago when she laid down, Jen, her whole leg was twisted?
It was.
Yeah.
It looked awful.
Now what we've got to do is just try and bring this tibia across a little bit. We've got to bring it in this way, underneath the cartilage, and if we can fix that. This might be a bit uncomfortable, this one, Ella, but it's not a big pull, it's just a little one. Good. Excellent. Perfect. I'm going to stand you up, Ella, and I'm not going to give you your crutches straight away because I think you're going to be able to put more weight on this. Oh, look at that. That's good. Does that feel stronger than before?
Yeah. Like before I was walking like this.
Yeah. That's good. And just walk back to the machine. That's really good. Yeah, that's great. Alright, Ella. Okay, Ella, come down. Stop. Turn around in circle. Do a dance.
You serious?
Hi guys, joking about the dance. Walk down here. Good girl. Perfect. Thanks. Hello, buddy. Oh, you don't look too well. Come over here, chap. Oh, you look really unwell, don't you?
Yeah, his eardrum had seemingly.
This one's leaking.
That one.
Okay. Do you feel like you haven't got much energy? Do you feel like your nose is a bit blocked up?
He can't hear you.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He's been battling the eardrum has been quite painful.
How long has this been going on for, do you reckon?
Well, only since yesterday at 4 o'clock.
Right.
But the cold has been around for 3 weeks.
3 weeks for
We
the
haven't-
cold.
What was he saying? Oh, his throat has been terribly sore.
These are all bacterial infections. They're only there because the body's weak, you know. So something came before the virus. Sit back on the chair, buddy. Bring your head back here. Look up in the air. He's deaf, isn't he?
Oh, terribly.
I think he's had a fall about maybe a month or two ago. Even if it wasn't a big...
You know what? He did have a bump to the head
That's what I'm talking
about a
about.
month ago.
Yeah, his head's not on his spine right.
Lockie, do you remember the fall that you had at school last term? You had a big bump on your head. Yeah? You told everybody about it.
You remember that? Did you fall on your head?
I slipped
You slipped.
onto the concrete.
Ah, on the concrete. And did the concrete hit you like that or like that?
But
His head's not sitting on his spine. It's just not on. And so that would make sense. About a week later, he starts getting the cold because his immune system just plummets and then the virus jumps on. And now he's got this bacterial infection. He'll look better immediately after we fix it. I'm going to put your head back on, alright? He's deaf as a post. I love nervous laughter. It could turn into a cry. It's alright, buddy. I won't hurt you. There you go. That was a good one, wasn't it? Just give him a minute. That'll be a big deal. Now you're red in the face.
all he wants to do is play soccer tomorrow.
Well, don't be surprised if he does. They can bounce back really fast. Lockie, do you feel a bit dizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah? I want you to go for a little walk down the hall and come back again.
I took him to emergency last night at 4 AM when I was a bit desperate.
Yeah. Come back here.
Well, his colour looks better.
So much better. His colour's great. See how he had that kind of grey old man look around here?
Mm.
Well, that's all starting to come back already, so we're...
His eyes look better.
Yeah, that's what you notice first. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to put the idea in your head, but it's good that you can see that. Can you feel that's different to before?
Yeah.
Good. Alright, my old mate, I think we fixed you.
Can you hear us better?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
What do you want to play tomorrow? Footy?
Soccer.
Soccer?
First game. It wasn't looking good.
Turn this way. Oh, you heard that, did you?
What?
Did you hear me say turn this way? Good. Because you weren't hearing much before, were you?
I know.
You know.
I said to his father, "You can't hear us sing." He said, "Oh, is that what was wrong with you?"
Do you want to get his gooey ear on camera? And then see that green muck coming out? Now I'm going to open up his ear hole. Look at that. Looks like a jar of honey, Lockie. I can see your brains. All I can see is a soccer ball and being cheeky. That's all I can see. There's a lot of fluid pushing the membrane back, the eardrum back. That's why he's not hearing very well, because it doesn't vibrate properly.
Yeah.
But a couple of days of healing, just his normal natural body healing now, the nerve pressure's off, and that'll all just dry up. You feel better than before?
Yeah.
Awesome. High
Say
five.
thanks, Anne.
Have a good day, mate. He'll be good. How many goals? 3?
Wow.
I can't believe you played soccer today and you kicked 3 goals. Have you been cleaning that up or anything? No. It's just dried up. So it's virtually exactly 24 hours later. You see in there, it's just dried right up. There's not so much pressure behind that eardrum now either. Has it stopped hurting, Lockie? Awesome. Yeah, he's heaps better. Lockie?
My foot's slipped on some wet paint on the floor, and my knee's gone that way, and I heard it pop out and getting pain right up through my thigh into the hip.
To get, come down to my room. Well, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've been like that, Laura, haven't you? If I make you just put your knee in straight like that, does that start to ache a bit? Yeah. Alright. You've done a good job on that. We'll get a picture of it. Alright, come in, mate.
Thanks, Ian.
Oh, no worries.
How are you anyway?
Bit better than you. What you can see here is that there's a wider gap between those two bones on your left leg than there is on your right leg.
Okay.
So that tells us something. And there's a little bit of wedging in this disc here. You can tell there's actual torsion in this actual bone.
So
here.
it's twisted.
Yeah, and it's also kind of shifting across a little bit as well. So these cartilages that reside in here and here, they just can't move properly.
Yeah.
And so what we need to do is basically return the correct biomechanics to the knee joint. In the injury, you've most likely really upset this medial meniscus, and you may have even split it a little bit. But what we find is that if we can get the joint in the right position early, and we can return the biomechanics, even if there is a little tear in there, they can heal up.
Yeah, great.
I just want to see how much we can extend that leg. That's pretty much it, isn't it? If we can untrap that meniscus, we should be able to extend that leg a lot better. In fact, it'll take a little bit of time. It might take us, say, 10 or 20 minutes and a couple of corrections, but we should get you so that you can put a lot more weight on that even today.
Great, thanks, Ian.
Come up here, mate. Just stand up there, mate. You don't like taking any weight on that, do you? See how this one has got this type of alignment, and the calcaneus is sitting straight up to the roof, and this foot is shooting off on this major angle. You can actually see that torsion in the tibia where it's twisted underneath the femur. Just got to kind of work this cartilage a little bit to enable me to actually get your leg to bend, because at the moment it's just locked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is I've separated the tendons with my finger, and I've moved into the back of the knee joint capsule onto the back part of the actual meniscus there, and I've put the tibia into a neutral position, and I'm kind of levering it this way a little bit to open up the joint space. And if we can just get the cartilage to start to shift a bit, see there, see how we can bring his leg up? You see that? So that went from locked to being able to put it in the right spot. So now what I'm going to do is keep a bit of pressure where I am, but move across onto the back of the tibia, the lateral part of the tibia. You might get a bit of a fright here, Paul, but don't be worried, okay, mate? Put a bit of weight on him there, Rob. That's it. Just let your tummy muscles relax there, Paul. There you go. Good. It'd be good to show people real time what this looks like. Just slowly lower that, Paul. You'll be able to.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see that straight away. You've got a little bit of torsion in that still, which you'd expect, but just straight off, you can see that lines up. Just slowly take the weight on your feet. Now, if I'm right, that should feel a lot better. Yeah. A lot better already.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. Yeah, that's much better. It's a miracle.
Getting better by the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still been less than a minute since that adjustment. He can get his whole foot flat and he can get his weight over it.
Yeah, no, that's so much
You
better.
couldn't do that at all, could you?
No, I couldn't even straighten it. Let alone put weight on it. Yeah, no, that feels much better. Oh, that's such a relief.
You up for another one, mate?
Yeah,
We can make
I'm getting just getting pain up through my hip, but I don't know if that's.
Well, that was the pain you were telling me about before.
Yeah.
And the reason is because you couldn't see it, but we showed everybody else how the tibia was completely torsioned underneath your femur.
Okay.
And so your femur's trying to compensate, and the hip joint capsules would have just been working so hard.
Oh, right, okay.
I mean, that's a pretty good result. We could just leave it at that and can't get him back tomorrow, but I'm pretty confident that if we shift this tibia in a slightly different way, he'll go from strength to strength. There's no way we could have done this one first, because for this to work well, you need to be able to get extension in the leg. There's no way he would have been able to extend the leg enough before. This one might be a little bit uncomfortable, Paul, but don't worry if it is. There you go, beautiful. Alright mate, now stand up more, that'll be much better.
That's awesome.
No, thank you once again. And thank
I want you to show me how much left you can go. That's it, isn't it, pretty much? And the right side. And that's it there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're well and truly stuck. And that shoulder's like sitting right up. That is, gee, that's rock hard, isn't it? It's not doing much, is it? Oh, alright buddy. That's really stuck. We'll go and get a picture, and then we'll have a look at that, and then I'll come back and tell you what we're going to do. Come with me. Okay, Maddie, this one's important because we've got to be able to see the top of your spine. So open up your mouth as wide as you can. It might hurt a little bit. It grabs the nerve a bit. Just like that. Oh, maybe there's a lot going on there, isn't there?
Ow, 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 ow.
Where does that start to grab you? Up in there. And does it feel like it runs down like that?
A bit, yeah.
Or does it feel more like it runs across like that?
Across.
Like I say, just try not to worry. I know it's really sore, but It's going to take me a little bit of time to decide which vertebra and exactly what direction we need to fix it in. Okay? See how her head's kind of leaning over that way? That's her body naturally trying to get off the nerve a little bit. And Maddie, it's going to be a little bit hard for your body to get into the place that I want you to be in so that I can fix this.
Okay.
Don't worry. I don't mind how long it takes us, okay? Doesn't matter if we sit here all day, as long as we fix it without hurting you, okay? See if you can...
Oh, that really hurts.
That's straight away, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a mile away from adjusting this, Maddie, so don't think that I'm just going to go whack, you know, and sneak up on you. I'm not going to do that. If you can't get your head into the right place, we'll adjust it a different way. Okay? Just try and get your chin over, sorry, your ear down to your shoulder, your right one a little bit.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, alright. That's really sore there, isn't it? We'll do this a different way, Maddie.
Okay.
We've got lots of tricks.
Okay.
Come up here. Basically just kind of hold her head like that. Actually, Helen, I'll get you to help too. Go around the back there. The more we can control, just put a bit of weight on her there. That's good. Alright, Maddie, now the next thing is, I'm just going to squish you down a little bit. And we're going to just lift your chin up when I do it. Just a little bit, love. I'm not going to push yet. Okay? Just relax your arms, Georgia. Bring your chin up a little, Maddie. That's it.
Oh.
Right there. Perfect. And now you put that weight back on, Georgia. Alright, Maddie, we're getting close, mate. That's good. Just going to put a little bit of weight and then you'll feel it move, but try not to panic or get scared when it moves.
Okay.
Good girl. I'm going to hold my hand on there for a second and slowly come off. Perfect. That was great. Alright, good.
She feels a bit better.
She feels a bit better?
Yep.
Well, you're smiling. Have a seat, look. Feels like some pressure's come off there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
She's got colour back in her face.
She's got colour back. Partly because I squashed her. Nice to see you smiling. No, she didn't. She did my stupid chiropractic walk. I asked her to. So, you're saying you feel a bit better?
Yeah.
You're smiling. See, she really is good looking.
She's like a different girl, doesn't she?
Much different. Different person. Amazing what a difference a few hours makes. How much can you turn your head now?
I can turn it this way.
Oh, that's good. You can get quite a long way that way. Well, that's
And I
heaps
can go
better.
to here.
Yeah, well, that's the way you couldn't go at all.
Yeah.
You still best friends? Hey, Barbara, come here, mate. Do you want to carry that? It's wide as the plastic bag.
I've thrown up twice, so I don't want to throw up on me, so I'm just trying to...
You'd actually vomited a couple of
At
times?
home, yeah, and then in the car on the way here.
I'm just going to get rid of some of the light in here.
Yep, that'd be great.
Is that a bit better?
Yep, thank you.
Is the pain in your entire head?
It started out at the front of my head.
Yeah.
But now it's from like about here to the front. So
Yeah.
it's front is mostly the pain.
Yeah. And did the nausea come straight away, or has that developed recently?
Look, at first it was just a headache, and then I had like the light was a bit funny, and then I got nauseous.
Yeah.
But I was nauseous at about noon, and I didn't throw up till about 3:30.
Okay.
And then I thought that might make me feel better, but the action of being sick made my headache
Yeah.
explode.
Alright, let's have a look. You got a lot of swelling here. Got a big patch of edema there, and we've got this massive patch of fluid down here as well.
I haven't taken anything because I never threw it up anyway, so.
See that there?
Mm-hmm. And I just cannot get any relief from like dark or light or pressure or no pressure.
Right.
It just, everything's bad. Now it's up there.
So it's in the base of your skull and also in the forehead?
Yep.
And what about in your eyes and face?
Not really my face, mostly here.
I'm just going really slowly here, Barbara, because when you're like this, any quick movements it can trigger you to throw up again. You don't turn your head. Are you feeling it in there?
Yeah, I can feel it there.
Okay. You've got problems in more than one place.
Okay.
So what I've got to try and do is figure out which area of nerve irritation is causing most of these symptoms. In reality, we're not actually treating you for this headache, but it still makes sense to go for the level of the spine, which is most likely causing this type of pain. What does that feel like there?
That's making the top of my head hurt.
Yeah. And what about?
And that was sore. Yeah, it's sore in there. That's actually just like the location is sore.
Yeah. What about there?
Yeah, that's sore enough. Made me feel a little bit sick.
Yeah. Well, this one here. This is the top part of your thoracic spine, and this is the one that I think is really setting you off. It's the one there. Alright. You alright?
Yep.
If you can, try and just stay seated in the chair. You don't sort of jump forward.
Oh my gosh.
Good girl.
All through my arm.
That was good.
Yep, that was all. I can feel it.
Yeah. That's causing a lot of nerve pressure.
Oh my god.
That's where that nerve goes, straight down your arm. Just try and relax, mate.
That's better though.
Yeah. Alright, that feels a bit better straight away there. Well, you got a little bit of colour back already.
I feel warm.
That's good. I'm going to leave you alone for a minute, okay?
Okay.
I want to get some ice and put it there.
Oh, yeah. I feel terrible.
Now, I don't want you to worry that you just threw up, because it's quite common. And you get that pressure off to throw up like that. Did that shoot into your head again like it did before when you were sick?
A little bit, but not nearly as bad.
Good.
It's now sort of more just here, where last time it was
in the back. That's
yeah.
Great. So we've got a bit of pressure off already. This is all better, isn't it, this arm?
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, you had a lot of nerve compression there. It probably felt like I moved that bone a mile. It's only a few millimetres. It's just a very short, specific correction. But it's enough to get a lot of pressure off the nerves in one hit. That's why you felt it come down here. When you feel like you're up to it, keep your sights on.
Okay.
And I want you to just walk up and down the hall a couple of times. Okay. You've got a little bit of colour back, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I feel better. I just feel... I think I feel the after effects of being sick too. So
yeah, for sure. Just have a little wander out there.
Did an adjustment there for down my arm and stuff. I feel a lot better. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you? I can hold my head a little bit better.
That looks better, Bob, already.
Yeah, it feels better. I just I'm a little bit nauseous still, but the pain is not nearly what it was.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, you look good.
Yeah, so like half the headache's gone, or just like a little bit, nothing. I slept and everything.
Oh, so you slept on. Oh, it's only been 15 hours or something.
Yeah.
That's good. Could you drive yourself in?
Yep, drove myself in.
Awesome. Come in. Let's have a look.
Thank you. When I first got home, I thought I was going to be sick again, and then I was a bit careful, and about 9 o'clock last night, Brendan bought a chicken for the kids, and I kept it down, and then I went to sleep, so it all sort of worked out.
Well, that's a great result. Well, they're all good signs, Barbara. Like the fact that you slept all night, you've been able to drive yourself in, you've been able to eat. Just the fact that you can get up in the daylight and walk around, and we've got normal lights on here now, and you're kind of a bit brave for the camera too yesterday. Before that camera came on, you looked even worse. That needle's just swinging by now. They're just normal heat skin readings. They're nothing to do with nerve irritation or blood supply. And there's no abnormal swing on that needle at all through there. There's nowhere near as much fluid under that skin. Yesterday that was bringing the headache back into your head when I moved that.
Yes, it was.
It's not doing that now? No, that's good. Well, that's still healing, Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks really good in there. Another, well, probably just the rest of today.
Okay.
And you'll be, you know, back to your old self.
Great.
Yeah, you'll be able to smile again.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming and seeing me.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Sean was a happy, healthy and hard-working guy. He'd been an elite athlete. They even swam for Fiji in the Commonwealth Games. After a lot of success in sport, he turned to business and now owns one of the busiest clubs in Fiji. But one day he lifted a beer keg and his life was turned upside down. He was barely able to walk a few steps at a time. He was in excruciating pain. Everything was more difficult for him and his life was changed completely.
Just radiating like numbness, and when the pain does get really bad, it shoots to my ears and my head.
On the 29th of July we received a desperate message from his fiancée Chanel, who with a baby on the way just wanted him out of the wheelchair and back on his feet. Well, let's see what you look like when you stand up. This has been 4 months, is it?
Yeah.
Do you need a hand? Very good. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Alright.
I can't stand very well.
Alright, come straight down. Not looking great.
So even just sitting up like this, sort of struck to my leg, and then the left leg.
Alright, well I think I know what's wrong with you. Your fifth lumbar disc is no good, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's the sacrum that's causing the problem. He got to the point where he had to use a wheelchair to get around him. So
yeah, just to keep moving. His mom can't push dad and Bob.
No wonder he can't sit or stand for very long. That disc will just be pushing straight out onto the nerve root. You can see there's just massive compensation changes in the pelvis. Watch the needle, it'll get to about almost coming and it just drops away. Can't afford to be off by even a millimetre. I'm going to bring you over a bit, mate. You won't fall. Get a little bit of pressure on this. Excellent. That was really good. Did that feel good?
Yeah, it feels like a rush in my right side.
Yeah. I want you to come up slowly, Sean. It's the first time that's had some pressure off it for 4 months. You're upright already, Sean. That's good. Like he's just up and flying now. Like he wasn't walking like that before.
Couldn't stand for 10 seconds, screaming for a wheelchair, asking 100 questions on the surroundings of where we're going.
Yeah.
Chairs, is there a wall I can lean on?
Yeah, he probably walked about 60 metres then.
So feeling better, Sean?
Yeah. It's really good. Watch him stand up, he's just popping straight out of the chair now. Look how straight he is. I mean, even if you look at his height compared to when we walked in.
Much better. Feeling better.
Yeah. You look fantastic.
I had to lean to the right or lean to the left just to get ease. Now I can sit up. And the best thing is that I can have a shower now without having to lie down.
He's helping me set the table and, you know, walking around like that. You know, bringing my man back to me.
Great.
Yeah, one adjustment.
Well, that's the thing, you know, find that primary. The body will take care of the rest. This fluid is nowhere near as much as it was the other day. That's all gone. When I run this scope down, there's a tiny little break there, but it's next to nothing.
I have my office table and right beside it I got a bed. So whenever I was seeing guests, I was pretty much lying down saying, sorry guys, I've hurt my back, I have to lie down.
So before you were saying you could only walk 10 steps or so?
Pretty much, yeah. And as I mentioned, I was in a wheelchair just to get to and from. Otherwise I'd be miles behind, looking for chairs or jumping on the pavement and just lying down for a bit.
So now you're able to walk a significant distance?
Yeah, quite a bit. Like we went to the shopping mall yesterday.
He was pushing me in the wheelchair.
That's cool. Yeah, he's just like literally a different man.
He's taller.
He's got some swagger. We've really got everything in the right place, and time's going to be the thing that heals it the most now.
I got a video of him spinning around and showing off.
Turn around. Whatever. Show off.
It has to be one of the worst things I've ever been through.
So you're off all your pain medication?
I'm totally off now.
So no heavy drugs, no wheelchair, that's a good start.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
It's so hard to picture him in a wheelchair anymore, you know, or struggling.
I actually don't know whether it's from because I can't even bloody do it now. I'm forever holding a polisher.
Yeah.
A barrel polisher, so I'm forever, you know.
Yeah.
Swinging, but I cannot. Oh shit! I cannot physically straighten it.
It's just locked.
It's locked.
Jeez, it's just clagged, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does not move at all. Look, there is a chance that this muscle's gone into spasm and it's coming from nerve irritation up here. But just the way that joint feels, it's most likely something's actually locked. We'll get a picture of it and we'll have a look and see what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Come in here, mate. Okay. So you can do that alright?
Yep.
Can you get your arm like that? Slowly, mate. We're not going to have any chance of getting a straight shot of that.
Yep.
So we'll see what information we can get out of this picture. And this joint space here is fairly even until you get around here, and then it's very open. Alright mate, let's go. This whole bone here is just kind of dropped back, and when you try and straighten it, it just gets caught.
Pushing on the back of the bone.
Yeah. The ideal way to adjust this is to actually get your arm straight, which is what you can't do. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring your humerus out a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's just going to put this in a better position where I can get it up. Fiona, can you come and hold his forearm for me there? Actually, maybe Kim, you can you help Fiona? Okay. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. In a minute, they're normal. What I'm going to do is just do a quick little impulse into this joint. Good. Hold it there, boys and girls. And what I'm going to do now is shove my thumb in here to brace it, and then we're going to open it up. So slowly open it up. There you go, mate. Look at that. That's it. That was good.
Oh man.
That was good. Okay, now just slowly open it up a bit more. At least we've unhooked it. This bicep tendon's gone into spasm.
Oh, holy snap and duck shit. Now I'm ready to dance.
Let's just back that flexion off a little. Yep. That whole bicep's just gone into spasm. It's just really guarding. Just got to get some pressure off this tendon. Okay, it's starting to back off now.
It actually feels like it's actually just
letting go.
Almost, yeah.
Yep. So you come and grab this arm again. Just want you to kind of traction it down a little. That's it.
Oh shit.
She's tough, isn't she?
Yeah.
And just supinate it a touch, like 5 degrees. That's it. Just let it go a little bit, mate. That's it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Felt that.
Just need to get this tissue to back off a little bit. So once we get that to back off, I'll be able to get that radial head a bit forward a bit more. Alright, mate. And relax. And you just move it now as it's comfortable. That's heaps better.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah.
It's the fact that you can now move it.
Yeah.
That's chalk and cheese to when you first.
Oh shit, yeah.
Just move it like this, move it like that, like get your wrist.
Yeah.
As much as you can. And get a bit of ice on here.
Yeah.
And when you rest it in its longest position.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't rest it up like that because it'll go.
See, I think that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
No worries. But just show me what you can do now. Yeah, that's great.
I do this and ride around and around.
And then what happened?
And then what happened?
I bumped my chin.
And then you bumped your chin.
So we went straight down like that, mouth full of blood, hysterical screaming. He's got a very, very high pain threshold, but obviously not this time. Straight down. He pretty much swelled up straight away on his right side, and then we went to emergency.
So they took this film in the hospital?
At the hospital, at the emergency department.
And that's in my chin and that's my teeth.
You know everything, don't you?
He does. He does.
But
I was just concerned. Hop up. With the alignment of his jaw, he was very sore up here.
Yeah.
For the first maybe 36 hours, he was barely opening his mouth to chew anything.
Yeah.
And was saying it was sore when you touched him there.
Like that? Good boy.
The swelling's come down considerably.
Close it again. Good boy. And go, then again. Right side that's not working. And has he been well since, or has he been unwell?
He was miserable. Sooky, barely ate, and as the days have progressed, he's gotten better.
Because he doesn't look bad. Like he,
no.
Sometimes when these kids upset something like that, they'll look quite ill, but he doesn't look ill. Hands up, buddy.
You show Georgie your chin into the
camera. Lucky you're so brave.
I think he still looks a bit puffy and a bit pale.
Oh, he is. Like, he's definitely puffy in the face and his chin's swollen.
Yeah.
And he's even got a little bit of swelling up here in the cheeks on both sides. But quite often when kids fall like this, within a couple of days they'll develop like a lot of congestion in their sinuses, or they've got ear trouble going on.
Well, he did say yesterday he had a sore head.
Yeah. Well, his jaw's not functioning properly. Come here, Sonny. I'm going to put my finger in your ear. Open. Open up.
Go.
And close.
Think about eating your ice pole.
Yeah, this is the one. Alright. Open up again. That's it. That's it, little fella.
I can't move it.
I know, but you know what? I know it might have been a bit anxious about it, but it's, you know, it's going to make you so much better. It means you can go on the plane to Bali.
Honey, did that hurt, or did that give you a fright?
Did it hurt, or it give you a scare? Just scared. That's okay. That's what we saw.
I'll see if that sticker fairy's down there.
Ooh. You do it. Cool's that? Can you smell it?
Yum yum.
Oh, here we go.
Because before, when I was getting him to open his mouth, the right side was just lagging behind. Can you open your mouth now? I want to see how wide you open.
That was so scary.
Okay. I think we fixed you.
You're fixed now. That's good.
When you take a hit like that in the jaw, because he's taken all the weight of his whole body The lion's still here. Basically what's happened is it's driven his mandible.
Yeah.
You're a scary kid.
We've got to listen to Dr. Ian for a minute, just 1 minute, okay?
It drove his jaw up, and this right side got basically stuck up there.
Yeah.
And then moved out a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, normally what we do is just kind of work it in a little bit, and we get the person to open and close their mouth, and we just gently correct it.
Yeah.
But in his situation, he wasn't going to do that. He just wasn't playing ball.
Yeah.
So the only chance I had with that one was just to drop it in.
Yeah.
And it was just a nice little specific correction. It gave him a fright.
Yeah, I think it was more the fright than the...
Yeah.
Ian said
That's where you bumped your chin. Just there. But we looked at this and all your teeth are good and all your bones are good. It's a little bit crooked, but it's not anymore because we fixed it.
Oh, good.
High five. Oh, you're strong. We'll give that a few days for swelling to go down.
This is not a phone.
No, it's not a phone, it's for the computer. And also give that a few days to reseat.
Yeah.
And then we'll...
I
know, it looks like you're going to eat an apple.
Does your chin feel better now?
do this.
Oh, and I do this too.
Thank you.
No
See
worries.
you later.
See you next week.
Say bye, Georgia.
Bye-bye. You were showing me something before, weren't you? How fast you can run, weren't you? Right.
He looks a lot better, doesn't he?
Don't feel any tenderness
Oh, good.
whatsoever, which is a relief. Show how much better it is. It's not sore anymore, is it?
Wow, that's really good. Good thing is all this has gone away.
Yeah.
Right up from his sort of temple through to his ear and around to his eye.
Yeah.
And then down to his cheek was all very full. But he's back to normal
See how
state.
you can do that now without any flinching or...
Yeah.
Which is a great sign.
It's a great sign, isn't it? He's not worried about me at all. Open as wide as you can. Wow! That's wide. Good boy. I don't have to do anything to that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
See, I told you, not touching your jaw today.
Not today.
Because you're so much better.
How about if we leave you alone now? Got a close look at his atlas. There's some evidence that it might not be perfect.
Yeah.
But there's no urgency about it. His body might take care of it himself.
Hang on a second.
So we'll leave him alone for a week, and if the findings are still there, we'll correct it. If not, we'll leave it alone.
Yep.
The idea of chiropractic is to never give an adjustment the person doesn't need.
Yep.
So any chance the body's got to fix something, we let that happen.
Okay, yeah.
And you know, and the side benefit is I can let him get out of here without having anything done. So that's not
Stay friends.
So
And stay friends.
It's not a bad idea to stay friends.
That is so good. High five, my friend. Yeah. Oh.
Come on.
Do that at your hand.
So, that looks so serious.
Especially dexterity of the right hand. Anyway, we took some films. There's a lot of congenital deformity of the spine.
Yeah. Do this one. She has a bit more trouble with the left one.
The occipit's what I've got the greatest correction on, and I'm sure it's created the greatest change.
Definitely fierce on that occipit. You can see she's got a little bit of congenital deformity. You wouldn't quite call this a hemivertebra, but definitely this vertebra didn't grow the same on the right side as it did on the left. The entire body height of C7 is actually a lot less than what it should be, and it's also splayed out to match the width of that T1. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She's definitely struggling to pick that up. But can you just rest your hand right there? That was good. Okay. That was good. Okay. It's okay.
Gusto ka na ta? Ha?
Mas ako? Mas ako? Ah. Okay. You need a little walk. If that's the nerve pressure that's causing this dexterity problem, you should be able to pick up that point. Oh, good. That was good. Let's have a look. One more time. A lot better. Smiles better. Just so much better. This is your practice point. See you again. You come back and saw us again. Come and have a seat, sweetheart.
Whoa!
Did you see that? Oh, she's much better at that.
If you see the one, the first one, the hand just completely flips over to that side.
Yeah, I mean, even last week she could touch her fingernails, but that is a lot more difficult to do that.
Carry on.
Tell me what happened.
I got out of bed this morning and my neck just kind of went, and I was like, oh, and I felt like I was going to throw up. And so I just hopped back into bed and felt sorry for myself.
Yeah, that's what most people do.
Yeah.
Did you actually feel sick? Actually be sick, sorry?
No. I feel dizzy and all that kind of stuff.
You feel dizzy and nauseous?
Yeah.
Yeah. No worries. You're pretty stuck, aren't you?
Yeah, side to side really hurts.
What you're not going to be able to do is bring your head this way and this way.
Yeah.
Try and turn it. See what you can do turning.
This side I found was easier than this side.
And that side it
hurts
you
about
get
there,
stuck.
yeah.
Okay, well you haven't got much going on at all, have you? But you got an enormous amount of muscle guarding back here. Like these muscles are like concrete.
Yeah.
But even though a little while ago you had some ice on there, you're still getting the break show through onto this scope, meaning that there's a lot of nerve pressure coming from down the bottom part of your neck here. We're going to try and move you a little bit. You won't be able to do too much, but that's okay. I'll be able to get the information I need. Do you feel like you've got pain coming from here across your shoulders?
Yeah. But
more
particularly
so
on the left side, yeah.
Yeah? More so than from here down?
Yeah.
It feels more like here across, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay, so we've got the wedging the back of the C7 disc there, and we've got the reverse and the curve. We've got the straightening of the thoracic curve. Okay, let's get this adjusted, mate. This is your problem here. Okay, just need you to bring your chin up a little bit more. That's it, relax there. And we're just going to bring your head over a little bit here. For all of you guys that are following us, especially the chiropractors and students, I just want you to know that left hand's not on a throat. There's only two fingers guiding her chin into the right position, and with the right hand, the thumb is down momentarily. This particular patient had a lot of trouble getting her head over. There was a lot of disc swelling, a lot of pain, a lot of inflammation, and she just needed the support momentarily to get her head over into the right spot. Later that thumb will come up and support the rest of the correction hand. We ended up with a little bit more extension than I would have liked, but once again, due to her pain levels, probably a little bit of fear, but also the swelling in the disc and the guarding in the muscles, it was very difficult for her to keep her head where I would have liked it. What we did achieve was a very good position in the end where the disc space was open with an exact right line of correction and a good adjustment. That's it. That's pretty good. Good. You might feel a bit light in the head or a bit flushed in the face.
It's hot.
Hot, yeah. We're going to just repeat those little movements that we did before.
Okay.
Do you feel sick at all?
No.
No, good. Bring your chin up in the air. I want you to turn right and left a few times. It's better already, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's moving better immediately. The new Bethany, exactly.
I reverted back to the old one.
Yeah. This is really just a check. I'm positive that you're going to be fine. But I just wanted to have a look at the exact level that we adjusted last time.
Yeah.
And make sure that it's doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's better.
It's great. It's heaps better, isn't it?
Yeah. The new Bethany.
The new Bethany, exactly. This guy's got what's called a dystonia, which means that all by itself his neck will just turn his head.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any say in that, it just happens. So if he holds his hand, he can hold his head straight.
Yeah, like this. Right.
Otherwise he's going to look at you. That's what he was saying.
So I saw him a couple of years ago, and he came in, and he was in a really bad way. He was.
Have you adjusted that atlas before?
I adjusted the atlas previously, long back.
On the right side?
On the right, yeah.
I reckon we need to start there.
He's had numerous accidents.
Yeah, no, I'd start with it. I'd start with
massive IM.
When did you have your operation for
the shoulder? Last March.
And how long have you had the dystonia for?
Since 2009.
2009.
I could manage it for 3-4 years, but after this accident, shoulder injury, that problem got aggravated.
You can turn your head if you want to, that's alright.
See, I feel better when I open my mouth like this.
Yeah.
I can hold it straight.
Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. That's him, no problem. Yes.
Some 30 years before, when I was 20 years or something. At that time, I tried to remove the cork of soda bottle like this. And this jaw went here and got stuck.
Yeah.
So nowadays I'm feeling, is it because of that?
I think it is. I think it is. Just relax your jaw a little bit. Just relax that jaw a little bit. There you go. Alright. I want you to get these two fingers and place the flat part,
Flat, okay.
The flat part of your head. Keep your head straight. Yeah. So open your mouth wide. And feel sore, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the left.
I want you to do that every day like this.
Okay.
In there. Open slowly. That's it. And close. Open slowly. Close. Open slowly. And close. Good. We're going to do our best to fix that.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What happens generally when I keep my hands down, this turns more.
Yes.
So I have to support. But you can feel today that it's not turning that much.
That's fantastic.
Or I can control it somewhat.
Yeah. So before, for you to control it forward, you would have to open your mouth very wide. So this is very big news.
Yeah.
For you.
Now I can keep them a bit, but earlier it was impossible.
Yeah.
Around 30% I feel relief.
That's fantastic. Really good.
Yeah. Giving up his tablets. I am getting pain and there is no difference. So he told me at that time I have to take this lifelong. So there the head of the department of neurology, he told me that I should take Botox injection, botulinum toxide. Then again it doesn't act.
You know, this man's been seen by some really high-class neurologists, and he's been told that it's a functional neurological disorder, that it can't be fixed, that he'll be on medication for the rest of his life for the pain, not for the problem. So this guy's done really well. He's the turning he can manage. He can put his arms down by his side and hold his head straight by himself, which he hasn't been able to do in years. He's taken himself off his medication. It's really hard enough to do in these situations because there's definitely more to do. There's no question. And like that C6 is so posterior inferior, but we just don't want to intervene too early.
Yeah.
He's sitting there really comfortably. It's got a little tendency to go, but not much. See, last time, as soon as he shut his jaw, immediately a really forceful turn of his head would happen, and I had to really push.
Yeah, you can feel it.
But he's just,
the difference you can feel.
He's just sitting there.
Yeah.
It seems to relax in that position. Look really relaxed in that position.
Yeah, I feel better.
When you,
quite comfortable.
Looks more comfortable.
What's going on, Sam? You don't look too good, mate. What's happening?
I don't know. I think it's my thoracic again.
You can't breathe?
No, not when I put my head down like that or turn it.
So if you put your head down or turn,
like that,
it just shoots into your chest.
Yeah, right into the back.
Your back, just takes your breath away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like when I first came here.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
It hasn't been like that for ages.
No. You can see it in your breath. You're struggling.
Oh, it's killing me.
Have you noticed anything else, like indigestion or bloating, or changing your heart rhythm or anything like that? Get any palpitations or funny heartbeats?
No.
Good. So you're just getting this really sharp pain in here.
Yeah. And like someone stabbing me with a knife right into my spine.
And it's stopping you from getting your air.
Yeah.
Okay, we've checked Sam out thoroughly, and this is where his subluxation is here at T8. You can see a little bit above, the spine kicks off straight. This is where the nerve pressure is here. Yeah, that's it, I can see. There's a lot of swelling in there too.
There's a lot of hurt in there.
This is what a subluxation looks like sometimes from the outside. And you got this big massive bulge of fluid, and then the spine goes back to normal again. So in there, you just got this masses of water just sort of floating underneath the skin there. Kind of takes up from that space to that space, and it spills out around there and it spills out around there. So it's quite a nasty thing. He doesn't look like he's in such bad trouble because his body's found a way to get the pressure off the nerve itself. But if I got him to drop his shoulders, or if I straightened him up, he'd just about hit the floor, I reckon. So if I just put a bit of pressure on this vertebra, see how he wants to run away from me? That's just the smallest amount of pressure there.
And that side's real bad.
See, like that, what I'm doing there, Sam, is this much pressure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Alright buddy, we can fix this up on this table, come on. Alright, you can see this is all, see how rock hard these muscles are here? It's just got these two big channels of massively guarded muscles, like they just won't let go at all.
Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah. Compare that to that there.
Oh. Yeah, that one. Okay. That one's the worst one.
Compare that to that there. They're all as bad as each other.
They're all good friends, I think. Oh shit.
That's pretty crook in there too, isn't it?
Oh.
That's the one that I decided in the chair is your problem.
Oh shit again.
Does that go right through your chest, mate?
Yeah, that's like...
Yeah, that's the nerve pressure there. Alright buddy. Because of how guarded these muscles are, I'm going to use a different contact to what I would normally use for this. I've got to get over this massive, look at that, it's like a big valley of tissue there. Alright, this is not going to be easy for you, mate. I'll make it as gentle as I can.
Go for it. Oh.
Okay, slowly come off there.
Wow.
Can you see that getting, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, like this is within seconds. Can you see that dip getting less?
Mm. It's like totally relaxed.
See this muscle's letting go? He hasn't got that. Before I could grab a chunk of muscle. Now it's obviously there because we've all got these erector spinae muscles, but it's not sitting up like it was. Obviously there's still all this fluid there because, you know, that can't go away in 5 minutes. These muscles are starting to let go. See how that's got some, it's got some softness in it now? That was just rock hard before. I'm going to stand you up, Sam. See how that feels, mate.
Good already, I know. That's great.
Yeah, feel a difference?
Oh yeah, that's instant. I can like stand up straight before I was like this. Oh.
Get some air in?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, see, like that.
Awesome, mate.
Hey Alexis. Hi. Sorry to see you not going so well.
You just can't get weight on that leg at all, Alexis.
Yeah, well, a little bit. And the pains actually appear every time I do it. So
just get her into Tom's room so she doesn't have to walk far.
Well, here? Oh, God.
Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble, aren't you? There's a big breakdown on the sacrum, and if you look here, there's a massive puddle of fluid there. Can you see that? It runs all the way down here. Look at that, it's just full of fluid. There it is there, see that little one? One of these points is going to hurt a little bit, Alexis.
Okay.
That's sore there to touch?
Yeah, it's not sore there.
So getting any pain over in this joint here?
Yeah, it's actually it's all over this side, but there's pain at the moment.
Are you getting pain in this hip?
The Olympics!
Yeah.
Mommy, look, the Olympics.
It looks so much like a sacroiliac problem. Like the way Alexis walks, the way she presents on the leg, you know, everything, even the description of the symptoms. But her body's telling me that subluxation is more in the sacral segment. That's alright.
Okay, head there facing that
Yeah,
way.
when you can. Just take your time.
Oh wow, that really hurts to move that.
So Alexis, you just let me do everything now, okay? Okay. I'm just going to move your legs and move a few other things. Don't help me at all. That's right, Alexis. We've got to keep you as straight as we can. That's the worst one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always the left foot.
Yeah. Okay, you bring your whole body over, Alexis. That's it. Just put your arm into the right line of correction. Just let your body relax there, Alex. I'm going to push this a little bit, and once it's in the right spot, I'm just going to give it a little correction. Good. Just going to help you up. That's it. Let's get your balance first, so that you can get a bit more weight on that leg.
I'm scared too.
That's alright. Take your time.
No, not yet. I still feel a lot of pain there.
Up in there. Yeah, that's okay. Have a seat again. That's good. See, she's balanced on her bottom now. I really want you to try and get some weight through that leg again. You did that by yourself.
Alright, should I try walking?
Do you feel like you can get some weight through the leg?
Yeah, that's much better.
It's much better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Do you want this for a little while? I'm going to put this ice down here, Alexis.
Oh my god.
Well, that's better already.
It feels better. It feels, I could definitely feel it loosened up. It's not pinching as much.
Good. But at least you haven't got that walking stick right over that side. You know, you're not leaning both hands on it. That's good.
Yeah, that's the only way I got here tonight.
Yeah. Starting to leave this behind without realising it. So now it's time to walk without it.
Oh, look. Oh yeah, that's much better.
The relief off her face. Nice to see.
Yeah, I was in tears before. I'm like, I can't move. That's much better.
Just quickly show the camera something. Have a look. Some of that's coming out already. Yeah, that's so much better. Alright, bud. Chosen to do this video because Ronan came in with a very acute disc bulge. He actually had a history, a medical history of a disc bulge and medical evidence of it as seen on MRI. The relevance of this from a chiropractic point of view is you don't always have to adjust the L5 or the S1 or whatever it is that's in close proximity to that disc. In this particular situation, it was the pelvis that we needed to fix. So let's have a look. Okay, this is Ronan. He's really struggling. He's got a severe disc bulge. He's only a young guy, he's in his 30s. He needs a stick to walk. He had a lot of trouble even just getting from the car to the practice. You'll see him turn around, he's got to really think about it. Struggling again, all his weight's on that stick. Smiling a bit because of what his daughter said, but he's actually struggling a lot. Okay, this is the edema that we're looking at here. This goes from the sacrum right up to L4. Even if you stand back, you can see it. It's starting to straighten out the paraspinal muscles too. The back sits out full. He's losing his curve. The whole lumbar spine right from L5 up is straightening out. It could be caused from here, ilium problem. Let's have a look at the x-rays and see what we find. Yeah, we can see it here, the spine's straightened right out. This is very common with an L5 disc problem and an ilium problem, especially in ASIN. It goes right up through the spine into the cervicals there. You can see it, the whole spine straightening out. This doesn't look like an L5 disc though. It looks more like an ilium. Let's have a look at the patient. Rock onto the back of that sacrum there. I'm going to get it done pretty quick, mate, so that I can get you up and walking. Trick is not to stretch them out too much. I'm just going to open that joint with my leg, my right leg. I'm going to try and get most of the correction done with just my hand. Very good. Alright buddy, I want you to come up slowly. I want you to stand up without the walking stick. Okay, this is Ronan directly after the adjustment. There's no time lapse at all. You can see he's walking very fluently. He doesn't have the walking stick anymore. His body's over his pelvis. His legs are moving fluently underneath his pelvis. Turns around quite easily. He's doing very well. Okay, you can see already this spine straightening out here. He hasn't got anywhere near the convexity that he had before, and his thorax isn't sitting over his joint so much, and he doesn't have that look like he's trying to get off the open side of a wedge. He's still got all this bunching, which is just natural, that's muscle guarding, but this joint here is moving tons better. Okay, so that was a good result. That was one adjustment. Let's have a look at Ronan 9 days later. This is without another adjustment. We just want to see how he presents and whether he needs another correction. Okay, 9 days later, we've actually already had a look at Ronan. He's held that adjustment perfectly. His body's doing really well with that correction. We don't need to adjust him again for now.
Back down to your room?
Yeah. And then back, yeah. Too flush when you walk, Eddie.
Actually, no.
So, Eddie, how long has this been going on for?
I had the surgery in 2009.
2009. And the surgery messed you around? Yeah. You see that scar there? That's the old surgery where they've trimmed the disc off. But as you can see, he's probably as bad as ever. He's got this massive puddle of fluid down here. Right over the sacrum, that's where the nerve pressure's coming from. This type of pain is the worst type of pain. Nerve pain is the worst you can get. Yeah. So just do whatever you've got to do to get comfortable, and I'm just going to go and bring you x-rays. This is the disc here that's in trouble. That's the one on the MRI that says the disc is bulged, and in assessment that's where the edema is as well, and that's where the exquisite tender point is. So from this we're going to get our line of drive.
I feel like I'm stoned of all the medicine, man. Nothing's killing it.
You're on 6 to 8 endone a day.
Naproxen,
Lyrica as well.
And Valium.
And Valium.
Twice a day. And he's got the patch on his back.
There's pretty much no medication that can really take that pain away. See that jump?
Yeah.
Every time. I'll do it one more time. Boom, see that?
Yeah.
It's a really clean break right on that L5. You see how much fluid there is around there? Sore there, mate?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's it there. That went down your leg? Yeah, that's where the nerve pressure is. So that's where we need to correct the spine to get the pressure off the nerve for you. We've got to get you as straight as possible, because it's really important that we don't put any rotation in this disc here. It's all millimetres and degrees. We've got to find the exact pinpoint contact spot. That's it there. Now, the way we managed to do this without upsetting anything is to make a very shallow but specific correction using a lot of speed. So I just need to use my leg to hold everything in the right place and protect your spine. And I bring you right over in one go like that, so everything's still straight. And I'm going to give this a little push. Just push yourself up sideways. And just get your balance, because you might feel a bit lightheaded. And have a little walk down the hall and back.
Sorry?
So you were saying before, Eddie, you've done a lot of boxing?
I was the captain of the Commonwealth Games team.
Yeah?
In Auckland.
In Auckland?
Fought in the Olympics in Seoul.
Seoul Olympics?
Yeah, and I fought professionally. Won 5 Australian titles.
Oh, so you've done a lot of it, haven't you? You used to train with Jeff Fennick?
Yeah, I was his far apart for about 12 all of history.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you've definitely used your body a lot then, haven't you? Oh, that got it. That was good. Alright, Eddie. It feels strange letting someone beat you up, doesn't it? Just walk around, walk up and down with that down there, mate. We've got to get some movement to try and push some fluid out of the disc. That's looking better.
Better.
Yeah, you look quicker.
Feels a lot better now. Just felt better, Doc.
Good, mate. We make the correction here, but the healing gets done outside of here. But you need to do enough movement to push some fluid out of the disc and shrink it down without doing too much that you blow the disc up and make it swell. Yeah, so that's good. Now jump back up again, and I'm just going to get you to walk this way. See how his spine's straightening up now, and he's got his torso over his sacrum.
Yep.
And see how if you draw a line from his chin to his chest to his middle of his shorts, it falls through the middle of his legs.
Yeah.
Well, before his whole thorax was off. He's really balanced now. Back on track, isn't he? Awesome. So before there was this massive puddle of fluid here. Now there's still some fluid there, but it's nothing like what it was before. So already that fluid's getting reabsorbed into his system. And you know what the other good thing is, when I put my finger in there and I sort of bring it up underneath where the top of the sacrum is, where that L5 disc is, and I lean him back, he's actually letting me bring him over now. Oh, there's not a chance I could have got him to come over that. So that means we've got a lot of pressure off the disc, and it also means we've got a lot of pressure off that exiting nerve root. So what it means is his body's healing, and it doesn't need a correction today. We need to leave him alone. See, look at this, you know, his spine is just, it's sitting straight over itself now.
Yeah, it wasn't to start with.
And he's got weight on both hips, like he couldn't even take his body weight on a chair.
Yeah.
So that's good, Eddie. Stand up, and so you're pretty much back to square one, aren't you?
Yeah.
Cool. And
Off all his painkillers.
Off
yeah,
everything.
off them all.
Everything.
Everything, mate.
10 days ago you thought you were having surgery, so that's good.
Surgery today.
Stay where you are.
It's okay.
Just jolts inside.
Yes, so you've got a constant pain here, and under movement it'll shoot into your body.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I lie down or something?
Yes, you can lie down or sit down, you can do anything you want.
Easy, tiger. Easy. It's okay. Come on, brother. I love you too.
We won't tell anyone at school, that's okay.
No. This.
Okay.
This is actually a really good way to assess an acute patient if you can get them into this position.
I can now feel a pain in my right thigh and my right groin.
Yes. Yeah, you've got a problem with your pelvis, but you've also got a problem in this bone here. Is that tender there, like a bruise?
Yeah, a little bit like a bruise, yeah.
What about there?
Yeah, a bit more, yeah.
Okay, that's enough information.
Yep.
We're just going to check the films. We've already examined him. He's got a problem with his right SI joint, there's no doubt, but there's also evidence that he's got a potential disc bulge at L5, and we need to see which is the primary. That sacrum's giving him a lot of trouble. So he's got two problems. That disc's the wrong shape. It's been there for a long time. He's lost a fair bit of disc height there, and it's actually quite parallel. This obturator's very, very open. So and you can see that the symphysis pubis has moved away from the side of subluxation, so it's external on that side. The whole posture of this lumbar spine definitely looks AS. He's lost a fair bit of the curve there. The sacral angle's very shallow. He's definitely got more than one problem. You've got two problems. You've got one problem in your pelvis, which is what I think started everything. Today, you've got the nerve irritation from that pelvic problem, and you've got some nerve irritation from a disc bulge that has come from it. Okay? That's why you're in so much trouble. Alright?
All the time, okay?
That's it, good, perfect. Alright. You were right there, Georgie? We were devastated when this happened. The camera timed out right at the wrong moment. We're going to show you the setup anyway. We just got him further into position, took the ilium to the sacrum and made a nice clean adjustment. What we'll do is we'll show you again later on the second visit.
Not fainting yet?
No, doing well.
Now you're going to be quite surprised. Your first couple of steps will be a bit hard, but after that they'll get easier quite quickly. Alright? I want you to use my arms to help yourself get up.
Still hurts.
Yeah, that's why we've got to get you up. We've got to get some movement in there. That was easier, doesn't it?
Much easier.
Okay, I want you to walk down here by yourself. Cool. Try and get some movement in there.
Get there.
Any way you like.
We'll try and sit down maybe this time.
It'd be good if you could sit first.
I'll sit.
Yeah. But that's it. Now what you're probably finding at the moment is that even though you can move your legs freer underneath your body and you can get a bit more weight on them, that the other muscles are cramping up.
Oh yeah.
When I get some pressure off this next one, some of that will back off. Okay? Bit like a bruise feeling?
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to push on this too hard with my leg. It's all my hand doing the job. Now we're going to do what we did before. Come up sideways. Where'd that ice go? Okay, we'll put this ice in here. When you cough like that, did it shoot pain anywhere?
Yes, still does.
Yeah, that's the disc.
It's still in that spot there.
Yeah, that's alright.
The right hand side.
That's the disc. Alright, now you'll be able to get more weight on your legs now.
Now for a walk again.
Yep. Come forward and then straight up.
Oh, really?
Surprising, isn't it? See how you can stand more relaxed? Yeah. Go for another walk. Have a look how better he's walking now. Come and have a look. See how he's got his body up above his pelvis?
Yeah, much better.
And his legs are flowing through underneath his body. He'll still be in pain and he'll still get the cramping.
Yeah.
But it's all starting now. His body can heal from that position. He came out of hospital to the practice. He was just like you.
Oh shit.
They wanted to carve me bloody back up. And I said, nah, I'm coming to see him.
He was alright. You can sit down again if you need a break.
No, I'm right.
We've just taken a lot of pressure off these nerves. A big bunch of pressure off these nerves. And you can see they go into the top of the hip, into your bottom, into the back of your hip joint on the other side. And they'll go right through your leg. When this nerve wakes up, it can swell. What you can expect right now is you can stand by yourself, you can move around, you can walk, you can get more weight in your legs. Your legs can move more freely, but you'll still have swelling in your nerves, so you'll still have pain. And the pain might even go to a different place. So don't panic if it happens like that.
Okay.
Alright? It's just these nerves waking up.
But it doesn't hurt now, it doesn't hurt here, it does hurt
That's
here.
what he's saying.
Because before,
yeah,
every time I did this, it just had the jolt of pain going towards the spine.
But that's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, mate.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to meet you. Oh!
Okay, so this is about 5 or 6 hours later.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Much better than it was today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's looking good. Good. Excellent. So just the fact that you can sit and take weight through your lower back is a very good sign.
Big improvement.
Yeah, big improvement. And that joint there, that's the first correction we made. That's actually moving really well. And on top of moving well, there used to be a big puddle of fluid that sat over that joint, and we couldn't see that dimple as well as we could see this one, but now we're starting to see it again.
Okay.
So that means your body's already starting to get rid of some of that fluid. See how I can bring you back over my hand? We didn't actually get to sit you down because you couldn't sit, but if I'd have done that to you earlier, 5 or so hours ago, there's no way you would have tolerated your weight coming back. So everything that I'm seeing there tells me I've got to leave you alone a bit longer.
Okay.
It means your body have accepted what I've done, and it's still in the process of healing. So tomorrow afternoon we'll have another look. That's not bad. That's a good result. It was only a few hours ago that he was kneeling on the floor. So we're on the right track. Good on you, mate.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
3:15 tomorrow?
Yeah.
We'll be back. 24 hours exactly.
Since the first one, isn't it? 24 hours since the first one.
Yep.
Okay, I want you to stand up. Beautiful, very good. We didn't focus a lot on this on the first day because Jan was in too much trouble, but what we did observe was that his whole centre of gravity was off. At the moment his head's sitting right over his sacrum, his spine's very straight. We don't have a lot of guarding in these muscles at all. You'll probably find, Jan would probably find if he sat for a while and stood up, you'd get that pinpoint pain there a little bit still. Yep. But other than that, you don't have that really strong cramping pain or the pain down the leg. No. Good. Just going to check your whole spine. It's very good. Just going to move you side to side. And what we're looking for here is just making sure that the normal motion that should exist in these joints has returned, and the fluid that used to sit over the joint has continued to disappear, and it has, so that's good. Alright, you're actually in really good shape. I'm going to give it one more little adjustment just to kind of get you over the weekend, and then we'll follow it up on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Just to let you know, the people who saw part 1, this is the adjustment the camera missed. Exactly the same adjustment, we're just going to repeat it here. Straighten that leg out. That's it. And bend that leg. You're a bit more agile now.
Oh yeah. Yesterday I was a dead man walking.
Yeah.
Now I got my life back.
Okay, what we're repeating here is the very first correction that we made. Okay, that's in the right spot there. Just got to make sure, like yesterday, that we don't bend you or twist you. Just going to bring your whole body over a little bit. Let that bottom leg straighten right out. Just a quick technical note, I wasn't entirely happy with the weight on the shoulder for this adjustment. The adjustment did go very well though, it was very specific, very clean, and the rest of the spine wasn't affected. Ideally though, I would have let the shoulder come forward with the patient at the point of correction. Let your arm relax a little bit. Oh. Very good. Cool.
Much better than yesterday.
Much better than yesterday.
Doesn't hurt at all.
Good. Alright mate, I want you to come up slowly. Very good. When you're ready, just stand up and have a little walk. Get some movement in there. This is a blessing in disguise because it's made you come in and get this stuff fixed, and you'll find that, you know, over the next couple of weeks and definitely months, your body will actually get better and better and better to the point where you were way better than you were even before you had the injury.
That's good. That's good. It's positive then. That's good. That's good.
You, mate.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
So you've played football, but you dislocated your elbow, and you went to the hospital, and they knocked you out a little bit and relocated your elbow, and they've given you this back slab, but you're still in a lot of pain.
Yeah, and it's really heavy. I have to have this thing on or hold my arm.
So if you take the back slab off, you feel like you can't really control the weight of your arm. Even though to sit in the right place in relation to the humerus, so that the joint's actually located well. You would definitely have a lot of soft tissue damage, like the ligaments and tendons, but on top of that, that ulna there is still not really functioning well in relation to the bottom end of that humerus. That joint space isn't quite neutral, and so I think what we need to do is the forearm bone. We need to get that into a slightly better position.
There's actually heaps of pain in my forearm.
Yeah.
I didn't like realise why or anything, but
yeah. So what we need to do is I'm going to take the weight of your hand, and then I'm going to pull this back slab off.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just using the ends of my fingers to feel the back of that joint space and support these tissues a bit, and we'll try and get that to straighten a little, because I've got to basically milk those tissues a little bit and hold some pressure on these points of your elbow at the same time. I don't mind if this takes all day.
I've never felt any pain like this before.
It's terrible pain. We've come a long way, like just getting it straight. Tell me if you feel faint though.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, it's letting go a little bit. When we get to the point, it'll hopefully just be a little millimetre or two.
In.
And, see if you can let that shoulder come up. That's it.
Oh.
Just lean back a little bit, just a touch.
Ah!
Good girl. Stay like that. Stay like that. Just stand behind her, Robbie. A tiny bit more, Melanie. The littlest amount more. There you go. There you go. Good girl. And that's it. Alright. Do you want to have a seat?
Yeah.
Now you're not going to be able to use these muscles too well.
Okay.
Because you can feel how hard they are.
Yeah.
They're all being strained. That feels better, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's see if you can take the weight of your own arm. That's good. Before we corrected it, you felt like you couldn't hold your arm without this slab to hold it.
Yeah, and even with the slab, like, if the sling wasn't on, I just couldn't hold it.
Get some ice wrapped around that for about 15 minutes. We'll come back and have another look.
Yep, cool. Yeah, it's almost straight, just like that. So.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it doesn't feel so painful at rest.
Good. Even today I can't get that right in because there's a little bit of swelling stopping us, so in a couple of days we'll set it in a little bit deeper.
Yep.
The medical guys did all the hard work because it would have been impossible to do what they did without sedating you, and, you know. But yeah, we just had to sort of tune up the biomechanics a bit more.
Yep.
But let's see if you can take the weight of your own arm yet. That's very good. Because you couldn't even do that with the back slab on before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent. So we'll wrap you back up again.
That feels heaps better. It doesn't feel like there's shooting pain all through my arm now.
Good.
Wow, that feels so good. It's amazing.
Good.
Thanks.
So LA, how'd you go?
Yeah, good. I'm really excited about it because heaps has changed already.
That's good. Well, even like you can actually hold your hand yourself. Like before, you couldn't really take the weight of that, could you?
Yeah.
Can you hold your own arm up like that?
Yeah.
Well,
that's so cool.
Yeah, that's really good. So what we're going to do is basically repeat what we did the other day if we need to. So I've got my fingers in the back of the joint there, and that's partly what I'm feeling, and then this finger is stuck in the inside part of the joint there.
Wow, that feels heaps different.
Yeah. You are going to need a bit more correction because it's just not quite coming into that little groove. This little correction that I make, it might kind of grab you a little bit, but after it I reckon you'll be a lot different again. Take me a little while to get it in the right spot. There you go.
Whoa! Yeah.
That was good.
Jeez.
That's right.
Louise, I felt that.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
good. I'll just slowly
Ooh.
take the pressure off this hand.
Oh.
That's right in there.
That's really cool.
Congratulations.
Whoa. This has only been like
2
even
days.
just a couple of days since I saw it. Wow, and I can move my hand without like it shooting up.
Yeah.
Whoa. Holy shit. I didn't expect that it would actually do it. Like my arm would move. Whoa, that's crazy. And like I'm holding.
Yeah. So you know what that means? We can get rid of that now.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. You know, I don't want you to think that I'm contradicting the medical guys. I know they said to keep that on for a week, but that's because they wouldn't have expected you to be this good this early.
Yeah.
But now that we've made this correction, you won't need it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, just keep trying to lengthen it so those tissues grow long.
Yeah.
They don't grow too short. But at the same time, whenever you think of it, try and get a bit of this happening as well. Just to activate those muscles and re-educate them.
Yeah.
And moving your hands like that, that'll actually help push some fluid back into your circulation. So that's important too.
Feels so different. Like before, when I would like move my hand, it was just like, it wasn't painful after the last adjustment, but I could really feel it. And now it's just like, it's just doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
It's that subtle little change that makes a big, big difference to the nerve supply and the blood supply and the tissue healing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
and the function of the arm.
Yeah. And you just don't know that unless you see someone like you, because I would have just gone along like my merry little way and not known that it could have been this good. Whoa, I can like put my... I couldn't do that before. I'd be like...
Yeah.
Oh, I can hold it. Wow. Oh my God, I can look.
Oh wow, that's good. Man.
Wow. Whoa.
Take it easy. Look at that.
Thanks.
Can you open the door? That'll be a test.
Alright. Whoa. I didn't even think about it. I just did it.
Awesome.
I don't want to be alive. I want to die. I want to die. Because, you know, pain is so much. And he can walk, he can move. 2 days, 3 days, he ate one time.
Like he would sleep for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
It's just no movement there at all. These little circles here are totally different size and shape, which suggests that this joint up here, the sacroiliac joint, is not functioning properly. These measurements are also quite a long way out, which suggests the sacrum's got some rotation. Just shut your eyes and tell me when you can feel this. You felt that? You didn't feel any of these ones? So you're not really feeling anything down this leg at all. Hold it strong. You haven't got much there, have you? Do you think you could handle this correction, or would you like me to continue?
Continue, I will handle it.
Yeah? If you've changed your mind, we can stop.
No, it's alright.
I'm just going to make a very, very small correction to start with. You might hear some noise or feel a little bit of movement down here, but don't worry, okay?
Right.
Just relax.
Just relax.
Yes.
Oh!
alright. It's okay.
Relax. Gonna be fine after a few minutes.
Let me hold this.
Just be relaxed.
All you gotta do is breathe.
Yeah.
I feel less pain on the other side.
Good. I actually think even if you are a little bit hunched over, you're going to be able to walk a bit easier. As you take weight on this, it'll be pretty difficult because you haven't done it for a while. That's it.
Try.
Good. Just take a few steps first because you need to push some fluid out of the joint.
Better? Fantastic.
Step yourself up and see if you can get your torso above your spine.
Try.
It'll take. That's it.
Okay.
That's okay. You don't force it too hard. Those ligaments and tendons have been in the wrong spot.
Put your hand up.
For a long time. Does that go down your leg when you do that?
Yeah.
Well, even though that's painful, have you been able to extend that much in the last few months?
No, that's the first time.
That's the first time?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Feel stronger already?
Yeah.
That's a great sign. Alright, so shut your eyes again and tell me if you feel this.
I feel it not that much.
You felt that then?
Yeah, but not that much.
Well, before you felt nothing.
Yeah.
And that's only 10 minutes.
Yes.
So that's amazing, really. You know, this gives me the confidence that we can continue safely. And lift this toe up. Try and get. You can actually resist my thumb.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm trying to get fixed before my graduation.
How long have we got?
My graduation is in June 17.
You're putting it on me. I will do my best.
Thank you.
You had no control over those before.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You slept well for the first time? Yeah. Fantastic. A good start. You've watched him for 4 months now. Does he look different to you? Yeah, good. I still think there's a lot of upper cervical nerve pressure. You can see this needle, it just jumps right at that point. That's where it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. You can see even in this position that this side of his occiput is very high compared to that one. And if we go back to this film, you can see how that is open on that side and more closed on that side. When I get it in the right place, it's going to be so much better for you. Beautiful. That was perfect. That'll be like a tidal wave coming off.
Yeah.
You can feel him getting very hot already.
Do you feel it more?
Feels better.
It's a bit overwhelming, isn't it, to have a big adjustment like that? But when I say big, we're not moving it a long way as such, but just having that much pressure taken off the nervous system. Her head was here yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Looking good, mate.
Yeah. Before, if you want to move, you have to help him.
Pick the leg up.
You know,
Yeah.
with hand. Right now, he can't move. He can walk easy.
Well, now he's walking heel toe, which is something he wasn't doing before. And if you notice, he's taking long strides. He's actually getting his feet under his body. Every time you feel it, just say now.
Yeah. Felt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel a lot different.
Great. That's really good.
When you like pushed it in, I felt like my spine stretched out. I used to like just to lift it that much, but now it's much better.
Thanks.
You're the best. Thank you.
My pleasure. See you later. You gave a lift off. That's going to be the best thing that ever happened to you, man.
So he's straight right now. One.
I'm actually really excited to see what happens here.
It's gone less right here.
So he's going to go from here to here, back up to here again. When he came, he was down here.
8 or 9 times I've been in emergency.
8 or 9 times in emergency.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 months he just stay in the bed, you know, and he take pain medication.
I just didn't want to like even live anymore because my back, I can't even walk anywhere, like in the stores or anything. Like it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But after now, it's like I'm so happy. You know?
Harder again. Now he just looks like he plays too much Xbox. Just take some steps. That's what I want it to feel like when you walk. Try and do that to yourself. And look at your dad.
Yeah.
Look what I found.
Wow, man. That's so impressive.
Mate, taller than him, huh?
You are taller now. You've done it. High five. Just breathe into this space that you've created. That's it. It's pretty good.
I don't believe it.
I know, it's a big moment. Your family's been through a lot, haven't they? It's hard as a dad because you just think you've lost your son, you've lost your kid.
Alright, Dad.
Give him a hug, mate, he needs it. You know, it's funny because when I first palpated Moon's neck, his butt was there and his back was here and his head was over here. It looked like he was going to be stuck with that forever. Robbie, this is Moon.
Awesome, mate. Actually, same his height.
Yeah, nearly.
Yeah. Get taller, yeah.
That's where you got to be, right there.
Are you going to become a chiropractor?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Alright, well Josh's head's stuck, isn't it? Can't really move it at all. And when did it happen, mate? Did you just wake up in the morning with it?
No, I hit my knee on the bed. I leant over to, you know, like...
Hold your knee?
Yeah, and my neck just, you know, started hurting then.
Did you feel a click or a crack or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, everything just went really tight?
Yeah.
And now your head's stuck? Okay. Okay, you can see like his whole head's sitting over to one side, and these muscles are just locked down, basically locked in spasm, and these have all turned off. So that's why his head's just getting pulled over like that. It's actually getting pulled in rotation as well. These both measure temperature. Anywhere you've got pressure on your nerves, the skin's a different temperature either side of your spine, and I'll get a little reading on the scope there. See the little needle deflection there? Right there?
Yeah. Can that cause him to have a lot of migraines as well?
Yeah.
Because he gets quite a few migraines.
Yeah. So this could be the thing that's been contributing to his headaches and migraines over the years, but he's also got evidence of a problem way down here. I'm just going to pull on your ear a little bit, and I want you to see if you can follow me over or not. So we can actually get your head right over, can't we?
It starts to hurt around there.
Starts to hurt around there. I've actually found 3 potential problems in his spine, just in this short distance from here to here. Even though he's only young, if you agree, I'd like to get a picture of him and see exactly what we're dealing with. When we blow that up, you can really see where it starts to turn from. You hit this nice curve up until here, then it sort of straightens out a bit, and then the body tries to create this nice cervical curve that should come around here like this, but from where this disc is in the wrong position, we get this straightening of the spine. So there's a definite problem where we found one at the bottom of his spine, but there's also a definite problem at the very top as well. Perfect. Come with me, mate. You can see in the time it's taken us to assess Josh, get the x-rays, come back. This muscle guarding's getting even worse. The change on the film lines up exactly where that deflection on the needle is in that level of the spine, but also in this level of the spine as well. Which is worse, out of that one and that one.
That one.
Yeah. Joshua, we need to get this vertebra fixed. I don't mind how long it takes, okay? So even if it takes me 10 minutes to get this into the right place, we'll just take our time, okay? And if I can work the fluid out of that disc for you, out of the joint, I'll be able to get your head over a fair bit more. Almost there. Just going to bring your chin around a little bit, just like that. You okay? You'll hear a click and you'll feel it move, okay? But try not to be too worried. Good boy. Stay like that for me for a minute. There you go.
Good job.
You don't want to laugh or cry, do you? Guess what?
What?
Your head's straight. That's a wild ride, isn't it? And turn back this way. And you're going to be not very confident in moving your head much, but I want you to forget about that. I want you to actually use it. Look at that. See? It does work now. This is 4 days later. Josh, show us what you can do with your neck. As far as you can. And look up and look down. So you're pretty much fixed, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We'll have a look anyway and just make sure that everything's working the way that it's supposed to. But it looks like your brother's working again, doesn't it? Did you see what he looked like before? What did he look like? He did look like that, didn't he? Yeah. Alright, so the interesting thing here is all the things that we found down in this low part of the neck, which was causing the nerve irritation, they're all gone. That vertebra is functioning exactly the way it's supposed to now. So we were right to think that that was compensating.
It's just like as if someone's stabbing me.
Like a knife going in.
Yeah, agonising.
You alright, mate? You need help? I can tell from here that he's not too good. Still in there?
Yeah. Yep.
Ha 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 ah 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 Just go where you need to, mate. Just go where you need to. What was that? Just go where you need to go. Just go where you need to go, mate. All I did was went like this.
I know what the weekend's been like.
Okay, well, that's nasty. That is nasty. Tell me where it's hurt, where you feel this when you're yelling, mate.
Right where you're down there.
Right on that spot or out from the spot?
I don't know. It's in the spot, I think.
Just ignore me. Keep doing your thing.
Okay, so the 3rd to the 5th of July, 11:30.
That disc is quite open at the front and it's quite narrow at the back there. You can see the anterior orientation of that vertebra. It's sitting right back like that. And it's not very happy on that A to P either. That disc is really swollen. Right, Dave. I'm going to help you get onto this table.
Yep.
Alright, tell me when you're ready for some help.
No, I'm alright.
Good. This is never quite the same when a person's laying down. Watch the needle drop away about here. See, it does that. It's slow, but it's there. Let your weight kind of sink a little bit, because we want to try and get these vertebrae to start moving forward by themselves.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we've got to do here is just milk this L4 a bit. So basically I'm just using his breathing. When I feel that it's starting to sink down a little bit deeper, I'll be able to just pick it up onto the disc a little bit.
Alright.
Keep breathing. Because each of your out breaths, I'm going to just push down a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
Take your hamstring muscles off a little bit, let them back off, that's good. That's good. Beautiful. That's good. That's good. Now we need you to walk.
Okay.
What's that, mate?
It feels much looser.
Looser, good. Good to hear.
When I came in the front door, I was just about hunched right over.
Were you?
Yeah, I could only move like an inch in a step.
Okay, so you're getting your legs through a lot better then.
You can ask Georgie, I was just shuffling.
Yeah. That's why I got you in that middle rooms, because you couldn't walk any further than that.
So you can take the shirt off again?
Yeah, take the shirt off again. And you should be able to manage this a lot easier.
Enjoy your movie.
Is that easier than before?
Oh yeah.
See that, what I'm doing there now? That's what I did to you before, but about 1/10 of that pressure. Now that we've got a little bit off that, we can shift that bone a little bit more.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to give you a deeper adjustment on it. Good. And when I get this in the right spot, I'm just going to give it a little push with my hand. Might give you a fright, but it won't hurt.
It's going like a spasm.
It's alright, just let me hold it. Spasm will slow down in a minute, mate. Yeah. I still haven't taken my finger off. It's really important to set and hold those. Like you saw how long I kept my hand in, like probably 30 seconds or longer. That's good. Make your steps as long as they can be, mate. You're looking much better, mate, just watching you walk. Hey Dave, stand up, mate. We want to see how good you are. Oh yeah, you're heaps better.
Heaps better.
Yeah. But that looks fantastic. You're moving really well.
Oh yeah, compared to how I was on Sunday.
It's 4 days.
Yeah,
yeah.
No way I thought it'd be like this.
Yeah. No, that's great, mate.
He's going to put me in a box and shoot me.
Alright, well the good thing about this at the moment, Dave, is that everything's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And no doubt we'll need to adjust this again in the future.
Yeah.
But at the moment, your body's still healing. Is that sore in there at all?
A bit, yes.
What about there?
Yes.
There's the right side. How's that hamstring going on the right side?
It's okay, it's been a little bit sore, but I've been icing it, so...
It's been better than it was?
Yeah.
Good. Just have a seat there, Natalie. That's good. And shuffle down a little bit, just a little bit. And lay down and put your shoulder right there, right on my finger. That's good, and bring your feet up. Good work. And bend this leg for me. Right, this is Natalie, and she's a really flexible girl. She's a ballet dancer. She's a ballet expert, aren't you? I've seen her in action. She's definitely an expert. And I've had a request from one of the chiropractors out there to show how to adjust a PIEX on a very flexible person. Now the trick is, you've got to start in the right position like everybody, and we've got to make sure that we get it perfectly straight to start with. But the really important thing with flexible people is that you don't allow their flexibility to injure their own spine, because they can get a lot of torque through here if you let it happen. So the first thing I do to avoid that is I'll get underneath and I'll grab the actual pelvis and I'll tilt it like this, like that, just to straighten things out a little bit. And the next thing we need to do is bring the bottom shoulder lower than the upper shoulder. And then we'll bring the pillow in tight so that it doesn't encourage the person to lift that out of the way. Once we've done that, we need to get our contact, and we need to get the joint into the exact right position. So basically we'll use Natalie's femur to open up the joint there. That's good. And then we'll take our contact. And we take the shoulder, and we can take the shoulder up a little bit. Now we can take it up until we feel some tension under our contact hand and then just back it off a little bit. Okay, so I've taken a contact there on Natalie, and we've taken another contact on the arm and we've stretched it up a little bit to get some tension under my hand and then backed it off. Now I'm going to come away from her and I'm going to bring her over, but I'm going to bring her whole body over because I don't want her to rotate. She's got so much flexibility in her that if I let her, her shoulder here could lay down on the bench and this leg could virtually wrap around under the table. So what I've got to do is make sure, we all know you could, Natalie. What we've got to make sure is that we keep that very strong and straight and stable. At that point, like I say, we're going to bring her whole body over, but we can't let her pelvis drop forward because she'll just turn into this piece of licorice. So we have to do this adjustment a little bit more upright than what we probably would normally. It's really important here to control the femur with our stabilisation leg. So as I come over here, I've got to get good stabilisation on that leg, and I need to control the flare in that ilium. So what I'm going to do, if you look at that joint there, I'm going to use her leg to open up that joint. It's closed there, open, closed, open. So I need to adjust it in that open position. As I open up that joint, it gives me somewhere to put it, and I just set it down. Job done. So you were explaining before that it just gives way.
Yeah.
Yep. And you don't get any warning?
No.
Okay. And you can be dancing really well and then all of a sudden just gone.
Yeah.
You said the physios and the medical people and everybody have all said they can't find anything wrong.
They said there's nothing wrong.
They said there's nothing wrong. Can I see what it looks like for you to try and put weight on it? So just try and take a step forward. You just can't, can you? Just the thought of putting weight on that. Yeah, alright, sweet. Lay down. I mean, sit down. Alright. And where would you say that most of the pain is? On both sides, like that?
Yep.
Okay. You was basically too scared to even try that, weren't you? Yeah. You've definitely got some swelling in there that you don't have on the other side. Before I do anything, just let me have a look back here. This sounds like it could be a nerve supply problem from the lower back. It's definitely possible that there's something wrong with the actual joint too, but just the description of it, it sounds like it could be a nerve supply problem. But so yeah, this isn't right here at all. I think it's a combination of trouble. She's got something wrong with her knee, but I think it probably started up here.
Okay.
And that's why, you know, sometimes if she warms up and this joint's moving properly and there's no pressure on the nerve, she can be reasonably normal, and then all of a sudden she'll just move into the wrong position, pinch the nerve, and boom, it just grabs. Is that how it feels?
Yeah, and I've always been tight on my lower back.
You have you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's even more so. And I reckon the problem is in there. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
She's crazy.
Yeah. that's definitely trouble in there.
We didn't get your back against that board, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do you got it?
Yep.
Great.
You okay?
So just take her out. Just wait for these pictures to go press it.
So I've just had a good look at your pictures, and it confirms what we found before when we checked you out. You've definitely got problems in your lower back. The first person we've ever had who's actually had awesome makeup for our video. So that's a big part of your trouble right there.
Yeah.
Even if I just adjusted this and I didn't do anything to your leg at all, you'd be able to stand up and walk better. Sounds a bit too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, I'm gonna actually prove that to you. Is that pinching in your leg, is it? Yeah. Okay, Sienna, that's where the nerve pressure's coming from in there. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
We've got to do, especially because you're a dancer and you're so flexible. We've got to try and keep you as straight as possible. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to roll your whole body over like that. You okay?
Yeah.
You look so nervous. Are you alright, mate?
Yep.
You're going to hear a click, but don't worry, because I can't hurt you. Just let your body relax a little bit. Just got to get that in the right line of correction there. At least you're smiling. That was good. Alright, get you to sit up. Now you don't believe me, do you, that you're going to be able to walk after that? You're going to be able to walk better. Show me. In your hands. And when you're ready, just take some weight on it and bring your other leg through. You can get more weight through there, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, now I'm going to let you go. Do you reckon you could go down to the chairs and back?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I want you to do. I want you to get as much movement in there as you can. Good girl, Sienna. Keep going.
Just bring that right.
That's what we're doing. Can't believe it, can you?
No.
Yeah. Alright, do another lap.
Is it? Feels looser.
You can chase him now. She's looking good. She's looking really good. Sienna, are you getting any pinching or grabbing at all, or does it just feel pretty normal?
Feels pretty normal.
It'll actually work better and better. It's only a few minutes since that adjustment. So as like over the next few days, it'll actually get even better than that. Yeah. Keep walking. You'll forgive me one day. I want you to walk up the other end where you came from.
Yeah.
And I want you to just kind of gallop back.
Okay.
You know that? Look at that. See how she can take her weight through her knee? Awesome. Well, we don't have to worry about her knee right now.
Really?
That knee's pretty good, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And about 20 minutes ago, did you think you'd be doing that? No, that's great. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Nice
so
to meet
much.
you. Pleasure.
Yeah.
No worries.
Thank you.
Monday afternoon, sort of felt crook.
Yeah.
I went home, lied down, felt like someone was sitting on my chest.
Yeah.
Heart was going 300 mile an hour.
Yeah.
I was hot, just went numb a couple of times. I'm lying in bed, and right, I can tell you the spot, right there.
Yeah.
It's like a hot, burning, like sort of needle.
Yeah.
Makes me limp. I've had it for about 6 days.
So it's still there now?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm lying in bed and I'm thinking, oh well, I'm having a heart attack or a stroke, so I go to hospital.
Yeah.
Had all the gear, I was in 12 hours. I kept saying, it's burning. They couldn't work it out. So I said to my GP, oh, it's still burning. He goes, it's your back. I'm going, okay. So, you're the man.
Yeah.
And plus, I've been sitting down and it's like an annoying thing in my rib here where I go, oh, I'm uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah.
And it's been like that.
Yeah.
And the side of my jaw here, I feel like I've been in a fight.
Yeah. So these could be separate problems from a chiropractic point of view. They could be separate problems. Well, they could all come from one place. So we'll figure it out.
And another thing I will admit, which I've just thought about today.
Yeah.
About 2 months ago, I had a massive headache.
Yeah.
And this eye wanted to pop out my head.
What part of your head was the rest of your headache?
Right across here.
Right across the front.
And this eye was pumping, like it wanted to push out.
Okay.
So I go to the doc and he sends me to an eye bloke.
Yeah.
They check. No.
If it's related to one part of your spine, if I had to say, it'll be somewhere in the bottom part of your neck here.
Yeah.
That can cause the headache, the eye pressure. It can even cause severe chest pain, all from here. And if the disc is swollen a bit here, it can affect the cord enough to influence your legs and feet.
Yeah, right.
But so it's possible that it's come from one spot. Then again,
you're Doc 3.
Could be a bag of bolts. We'll
That's
see
it.
what's going on.
Righto, Doc 3.
So you do definitely have a lot of swelling over here. So just first impression, first observation, we've definitely got a big, you right mate?
Yeah, it just tickles.
Big circle of fluid all around there. Can you see that?
Mm.
That flattens out there. Alright, on that scope we've got an indication that there's a temperature difference right there, and you've also got a punch of fluid down there. Yeah, that's not good there. These are Les's films that we used to get his line of drive and his listing to make the right correction. He's got a problem that we found on his body down here, which is supported on the films, and that's made some change to the posture of his thoracic curve. The body does a good job of trying to correct the normal thoracic curve here, but then very clearly something happens in here which changes everything. Now we can't get a good look at the C7, T1 or T2 disc because of his shoulder mass. We really needed to see the disc spaces from C7 down to T2 in order to ascertain the exact line of drive for T1 when we corrected it, given that that was the subluxation that we found on the patient. To do that we needed a swimmer's view. That got his shoulder mass out of the way, and we were able to see the C7, T1 and T2 disc a lot clearer, and that gave us our line of drive and also our listing. The AP shot shows us the open wedge on the right hand side and gives us the rest of the listing, which we use to correct the vertebra. It'll feel like your neck, but it's not. It's the actual first bone in your spine, in your back. That's pretty good there, Les. Can you handle that?
Yep.
Just sink in the chair a little bit more. There you go. That was good. That was tough, mate.
Yeah, that was a...
Now if that was causing all the nerve pressure that you've described, you'll feel a bit light in the head or a bit flushed in the face right now.
I do.
But look at your face, it's red as a beetroot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of nerve pressure there, mate. I'd say that's what was causing it.
Alright.
Just walk up and down the hall 3 or 4 times. Just
up and down?
Yeah, just take a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Very strange. When I walked up and down there, that pain, and I haven't got it, but it feels like it's something creaking.
Yeah.
In its spot.
Yeah.
Weird. I was just going, whoa.
Just the nerve endings you're feeling there.
Matter of fact, I think I am breathing a bit better.
Yeah.
A bit hot in the face.
Yeah, you'll be hot in the face because those nerves there have a lot to do with the way the blood vessels open or close. And as soon as we adjusted that, I knew your blood vessels would open up. And it was that was causing that headache and the eye pressure. Because I think we fixed you, mate. What you need
I don't believe this, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Nerve pressure. What I think you'll find is over the next day or two, that jaw pain will settle down.
Yeah, no worries.
But I reckon your chest pain, the shortness of breath and the leg are all...
Man, I can't believe it's gone.
It's gone, yeah.
Mate, I've had that said whiles. Right, for over a week.
Yeah. It's gone. It's good, mate.
Mate, you're Luigi unbelievable, I tell you.
No worries, mate. How's your jaw?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's all gone.
Yeah.
It's like you're the miracle man.
What about here?
Yeah, can sit down.
Look. Well, it sounds like we fixed you. All of your symptoms are related to that nerve pressure up here. What I've got to be careful of is that even though you've got a little bit of restriction, a little bit of tightness in the muscle tissue, that we don't adjust you if there's no nerve irritation there.
Yeah, no drama. You're the chief.
Because the last thing we want to do is upset it. It's actually a really good result. And, well, we expected it, but all the same, when it happens, it's good.
Yeah, no, as I said, I walked out and I've gone, geez, I've seen the witch doctor. No worries.
All the best, mate.
All right, mate. Thanks for that.
This is Zach. Now, Zach, can you tell me your story? What happened?
Fell off the monkey bars.
You fell off the monkey bars. And did you land flat on your back or did you land somewhere first?
I land on my back flat.
Flat on here. Yeah.
When he fell, he landed flat on his back and he didn't move till the teacher came and picked him up.
Right.
But ever since then he's been complaining of sore back.
Yeah.
Because he would sit on the chair at the table while everyone was sitting on the floor, and he would say that he was not comfortable.
And have you noticed any changes in him in the last few days other than pain? Like, has his digestion changed, going to the toilet, anything like that? No? That's good. The nerves that come out of this area have a lot to do with the bowel and the bladder and things like that.
Yeah.
And some children, after they've fallen like this, tend to start wetting the bed, or they might get constipated or loose bowels, something like that. Happens quite a lot. It can also affect problems higher up the spine too. Now this tells me if your skin's warm or cold. Okay? And it also tickles. I call it my tickle machine. It just seems like the vertebra's stuck, it's not moving properly, and so therefore the joint's not functioning. And also, of course, there's local bruising, which you would get anyway just from falling. It's got a lot of swelling down here. Okay, what we're doing here, we're just feeling for the motion in the joints just to see if the vertebrae are actually moving or not. And then I've got to figure out if they're not moving, in what direction they're not moving. Because when we correct the spine, it's not enough to just be on the right level of the spine. You've got to only correct the directions of misalignment and leave everything else alone. So it takes a while to figure out exactly what is going on. So where can you feel the pain the most? Up high. Yeah. He's actually created two problems when he fell. Either when he fell or he already had.
He's actually been saying that he's had a sore back for a while, haven't you? For a long time.
Well, that makes sense, because I was going to say, I think he's already had a problem prior to the fall.
Okay.
I think he's had a problem with his sacrum for quite a while.
Okay.
And
what could that be from?
That can be just from birth, just the way he's born, the way he presents. It could be learning to walk, falling on their bottom. By the time they go from birth to this age, they've fallen on their bottom 100 times. They've done somersaults. They've jumped off a lounging chair, and yeah, so very easy to do that. Quite often, children have a lot of bedwetting issues. Have a problem down there. Hyperactivity, restlessness, so-called growing pain. If they complain of aching legs and irritable legs when they're tired.
Yeah.
Is that him? But those aching legs and irritable legs.
He's been saying, yeah, like knees.
Yeah, that can all come from down here. So I think that's an existing problem. Alright, mate. What we need to do is get your spine straight. Like that. That's it there, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. Now all I need to do is use... Do you want to watch this? Do you want to see what I'm doing?
I'm a bit hesitant to watch.
Yeah, no, it's probably good that you do, because most people are really surprised just how little force is required to fix these properly. Chiropractic practice properly is all about being really, really specific, and what we don't do is rattle the spine or twist it. I've just got two fingers right on that vertebra there. You can't see, so don't even look, buddy.
Keep still, sir.
And what I'm going to do is use my leg to hold all the good stuff in place. So what this leg's doing is making sure none of this moves.
Yep.
And then this arm's going to do the same for this top half. Make sure none of the good stuff moves. And if we do that, we fixed it. We can just push it in. That feels great. Alright, that's good. When the nerve pressure comes off, it can sort of turn the bowel on a little bit too, so if he goes to the toilet more than usual or something, don't worry. You might even talk about his legs and say they're a little bit tingly or heavy or numb or something like that. Don't worry about that either. It's all good.
And how long do you think it'll take for the swelling?
Not long at all. The good thing about children is their nervous systems are so new, and everything's so new, they're just ready to fire.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you were saying that after we adjusted that one, what, half an hour did you stay on the toilet or so?
20 minutes on the toilet.
Yeah.
And after that he just bounced off the walls all night.
Yeah.
All night. Until he just flaked it.
Did you have lots of energy? Yeah. That is so true. Like, it happens in adults too, but kids especially, if you take that pressure off the nerves, they can just go hyperactive for a while.
Yeah, he definitely was hypo.
The interesting thing is that we often see in children that particular problem can cause a lot of hyperactivity, a lot of irritability, attention. Like kids with a diagnosis of attention deficit, we quite often find that problem. So it's kind of ironic that by fixing that problem, it can give them a lot of energy as well for a while. But then they calm down a day or two later.
Yeah.
But you notice that when he played football the next day, he could run a lot easier too.
He ran longer. He just did not stop running.
Yeah.
Usually he sits at the goal line and just watches it. But on Saturday, just gone, he went in for the tackle.
Did you have lots of energy in your legs?
He didn't, I swear to you, he did not stop the whole hour.
No, that's great.
So it was good.
That's good. I mean, without even checking in, that's a sign that we've got a lot of pressure off the nerves. Like that, his body, you know, especially children, they tell you in their function. How they're going. So turn around and let me have a look at you, okay? Well, you know what? I don't know if we even need to adjust you. We don't need to adjust you at all today. You look good. We're going to take advantage of the fact that we've got Vivian here to explain how we can adjust someone with a knee replacement and osteoarthritis in the other knee, and just the adaptations that we need to make. So, come over here. That's it, you just stay there. You just relax your head, bring this shoulder down just a little bit and cross your arms there. And then what we need to do, I just need to find out how much we can bend this knee. So you bend that for me so I don't have to do it. That's about it? Yes. Okay. So that's all we get out of that, that's fine. So we're going to bring your leg over in that position, and I'm just going to take this cushion and rest it there. So that's pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring your body forward a little bit, because I need to be able to roll you over in a minute. So what we're doing here is I'm just using your leg to find the best position to adjust this in, which is right there. Okay. Now I'm going to just adjust this cushion because that'll keep your leg in the right spot for me. So that's pretty good there, like that.
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to lift my leg up in a minute, but I'm not going to put weight on this leg.
Yeah.
Alright? I'm going to sneak my leg down behind it and rest my knee in here. Okay?
Yeah.
Sore in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, very sore in there.
Yeah, that joint's been in trouble for a long, long time.
Yes.
Now I'm just going to hold you in the right spot so you don't fall off or move. And I'm going to come right over on the back of your leg there, and I'm going to bring your whole body over a little bit, just like that. I'm just going to open up that joint a little bit. Good. You alright?
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to do that a little bit quicker. Now, you're not allowed to punch me this time.
Okay.
Alright. There you go. Good girl. Alright, that's it. Let me get this leg. Try not to help me. That's alright. And now bring yourself up slowly. That's it. Alright, I'm going to get you up and have a little walk on that because I want you to get some movement in it. That's good. That was good. We're going to need to repeat that a few times.
Okay, is that going to give us another?
Yeah. How's that feel, babe?
Good.
Does it feel like it's taking a bit of pressure off?
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, I feel a bit better too.
Good.
I am.
Yeah, no, that's good. Basically, the whole bottom part of your body hasn't been working properly for a long, long time. And your body's compensated in a way that to try and take pressure off and get some function into your pelvis, and then it's locked in that position. And once it's done that, the capsule, the tissue that wraps around the joint's swollen up, and that's irritated nerves, which has affected the pain down your leg. And the front of the joint is opened up and it's swollen, and that's what's causing that deep groin pain that you're getting. So, yeah, 2 or 3 more corrections with a little bit of healing time in between, and even though you feel better now, you'll actually feel a lot better later on.
Good.
That's why we chose to get some footage, because most people only 4 weeks after surgery, big surgery like a knee replacement, and they've got an acute swollen joint with nerve pressure, the patients, there's no real answer for them. So what we're trying to show is that there is actually an answer.
Something they can do.
Yeah.
You believe it.
Yeah.
Good on you.
She's been sent home several times this year, at least 4 or 5, with headaches, and she obviously goes pale.
Yeah.
And then today we went to the movies, and then as we left, she was just white as a sheet.
Yeah.
And she said her head was hurting.
He hasn't got much colour at all. Not sure if you get that on the camera or not, Georgia, but we could always Photoshop you and make you look white. Alright, let's have a look again, mate. So this is where I've marked off the breaks there, and you can see it's quite fluidy around there. There's a lot of fluid around that spot there, and not much there at all. Similar thing down here, but it looked like there was a break on the scope, but to me I'm not really seeing a lot on the patient there, and all this seems really clear. I'll just get you to sit up a little bit, Ainsley, and then when we actually palpate these joints here, they all do what they're supposed to do until we get down to this guy here, and that's not moving at all like it should anyway. Now Ainsley, that's tender, isn't it, love, when we touch that? Yeah. Now, there hasn't been any trauma. She hasn't fallen, she hasn't had a big accident or anything like that. And I'm pretty confident, well, I'm very confident that we can get the right line of correction on this without a film right now. But, you know, if she comes back in a few days and the findings for that subluxation are still there, or she's not responding very well, we might get a picture of her. Come over here, mate. I'm going to get you to come stand up on this one. You don't have much colour in your face, do you? And all of the headaches across your forehead, isn't it, you were saying?
Yeah.
There you go. Just relax now, please. That's tender there, isn't it? Now, a lot of people think when you get pain in the head, it's always from the neck, but it's not. You okay, love?
Yep.
You're not nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I can't hurt you, sweetie, so don't worry. This might be a little bit uncomfortable just because you'll feel it move. And you'll hear a little bit of a click, but I can't hurt you. Now just bring your chin up a little, that's it. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to squish you down a little bit, and I'm going to hold your head with my arm like that so your head doesn't pop up in the air. And all you've got to do is just relax your shoulders a little bit. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll let that off. Now I reckon you'll have colour in your face straight away. And just step down a bit. You might feel a little bit dizzy. Do you feel a bit lightheaded or a bit flushed in the face?
A little bit lightheaded.
A bit lightheaded, yeah. That makes sense. Come and have a seat, though. Or you can smile. That's good. That's a good change.
She wasn't giggling before, so that's good too.
Yeah. You're still going to have a little bit of a headache here for a minute, but it should feel like there's a little bit of pressure come off already. Does it feel like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell me if it doesn't. That's okay too. Feels better. Awesome. If before that pain up there and the bad feeling was 10 out of 10, that means that's the worst it could be. What would you say it is now?
Maybe 5.
5, that's good.
That's good.
So that's half. Probably been a minute now. So that means in about half an hour or an hour, it'll be pretty good. Yeah.
And she's much more expressive.
Yeah, well she's actually talking to us.
Yeah.
So that's a nice change.
That's a
high five, buddy.
It's a big change you not talking off all the way through too. Thank you very much.
Actually, she's dead already, I can tell.
Her whole personality shifts just because she must feel so bad that she can't, you know.
Well, it's a nervous system. Like when those blood vessels are dilated, it's affecting a lot of things. Yeah, and you just feel really heavy and yuck, don't you? All right, buddy.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, I've got it running. Just see what you think. We've got Hayden's special chair. We've got to see Hayden down here. How are we? Into a special chair.
We do.
Can you take your shirt off? Can you take your shirt off? Or leave it on today? Leave it on? Take it off. Alright, hands up. Good boy. Give that to Mum. Go forward just a little bit. That's it. Hayden's got his own rules. We have to do everything down here. It has to be my room, can't be anybody else's room. And if we do that and we keep the Lego table, we'll stay friends, won't we, Hayden? How's he been? Has he been good?
Last week, yeah, both of us had a bit of heavy cold and stuff, so he's been a bit congested, and he's been getting up early, like in the mornings, just the last few days. He's got a bit of a temperature.
You got a bit of temperature, yeah, a bit warm. He seems to have this problem up here again, both on the scope, the swelling under the joint here, and these glands are back up again.
Yeah.
Remember when we first met him and he had those problems?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, that's the problem there. And he's still ticklish. He's still ticklish. Alright, buddy, you stand up for a minute. And I'll get in here. And you sit in there. That's it. Alright.
Yeah, because he's had the hay fever, but then it's turned into a cold.
Yeah.
Like, the last Thursday, it's like a zombie.
Was he? He was really out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still did his tennis though. He's determined to play tennis.
You like tennis? Tennis racket would be as big as you.
He's got a natural sort of flair over the net and
amazing.
So.
Where are you going? You're running away from me.
I was pulling faces at him.
Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, good job.
And we fixed you. What happens now? Tickles, that's what happens. That's what happens. And what happens? Something else happens.
High five.
Oh, you're so strong. You're so strong. Ow! Last time he had this situation with ear infections and the congestion and so on, and his glands are up, he looked like sort of sicker in the eyes, but he doesn't look so bad in the eyes this time. But he's still got those red cheeks and the congestion in the nose.
Yeah.
So just let me know how it goes. Now that was good. Here, that's the same problem that was causing those ear infections.
Yeah.
So your eyes are open now, aren't they? Another one.
Yeah.
You're too strong.